Hey everybody, it's Stefan, the Old World Gamer, along with Mr. Six Cyrus, and welcome back to another week for the Retro Indie Pixels podcast. Ooh, Steve.
Oh, yes. What do we got this week, Stefan? I don't even know.
Yeah, you did. Well, you should. You got news too. I did add in a new segment. I don't know what I'm titling it yet, but basically, as some of you know from my Discord, I literally get emails every day with devs trying to hand out games to me. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to cover these games by talking about them here now, and that way they get some, recognition. I don't have time to play them all, but Mr. Steve is going to be playing some for us. And once I get back into the hang of things, swing of things, whatever you want to call it, then I'll be able to do some of those games too. Because believe me, there's enough that we can both play a game each every week. So, but we want to show Steve some love by pushing everyone over to him more often. By getting him a game from the podcast, or ones that we've been given already, so that he can follow up the podcast with a fun indie stream of a new game that we have not seen yet. So that way maybe he can report on it the next week, or just maybe he likes enough that he wants to make the Spotlight, Steve Spotlight, Six's Spotlight, whatever you want,
Speaking of last week's game, for anyone who might be curious on the cast, sexual content, it was right out.
Oh yeah, I gave Steve a titty game apparently. And
yeah, that didn't go well.
I wasn't aware that it was a titty game, but if I'd known, I would have played it by myself. I love titties.
I really wish I could have gifted it back to you, or
gifted it back.
Like seriously, there are two people in mind, because it's a Diablo 2 clone, except your character is a succubus. Oh. And yes, there you go. That's all we're gonna talk about that game. That's it. We're done.
That's all we need. Yeah.
You want to talk about the soundtrack pick for this week, Stefan?
You're the one who chooses the soundtrack every week, sir. So
I am, and this week I picked Final Fantasy Mystic Quests. And I played a lot of this game. I haven't beat it, but this soundtrack it's always been soothing and enjoyable. So I thought I'd bring it to the podcast this week.
25 tracks, 45 minutes. All right.
Oh, thank you for those details. From now on, when we do this, can you let us know those details?
Yeah, no problem.
That's awesome. All right. So now that we've talked about the music for this week, last week's fiasco with the after stream game, let's get right into our news. You guys looking forward to Nintendo Switch 2? Because apparently I am now. Super Nintendo Switch leaked as new name for Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh wow. Whoa! I see what they're doing. Does that mean the one after that's going to be Nintendo Switchy 4 or something? Oh.
Why do I feel like we've gone back to the 80s?
I don't care. I'm fine with it, dude. It just, cartridges are so much smaller now. Why are they SD card size? Fuck.
We can make them even smaller, but we'll talk about that at another date. We're talking about
Micro
Super Nintendo. Yes, exactly. See, he already knows. It's already there. As humongous Nintendo fans, us too, not just Retro Dodo office, but news of the Super Nintendo Switch leak has sent the Retro Dodo office into a frenzy. Yeah, I can believe that. They had no other articles out this week, which is, I'm going to take a little time on this one. We're going to discuss this. It's not retro, but there are a lot of... this Nintendo is part of the core of gaming, so how can I not talk about this? Oh my goodness.
If they're going to put out a new Switch already, I'm just like, what? Seriously, like, I'm still enjoying the Switch as it is. Like, honestly, what do we need to upgrade? Anyone?
Nothing. And that's the beautiful thing, is we don't need anything until they show us something that we didn't think we needed. And one of the things that I'm looking at with this render of the Super Nintendo Switch, the Joy-Cons aren't removable.
Makes sense. Honestly, if they were smart, they should have bundled in a Pro Controller with Yeah, see, there you go. But they should have bundled in a Pro Controller with the system. That would have made the most sense. I mean, you get your controller, you don't have to worry about Joy-Cons unlocking and stuff. But see, what they wanted was like, oh, well, we'll just set this up over here, and you get a Joy-Con and I get a Joy-Con. Now we're playing two-player game. It's like, no, man. Like, when was the last time you said, like, oh, man, I wish we could both play in this Game Boy at the same time? That would be comfortable. Like, never. That's never happened ever. That's why we had, like, Game Boy links and shit. That's fine. Again, you want to do that? Include a little cord. Guess what?
Then we don't need that anymore. We've got Wi-Fi.
That's what I'm saying.
Video games.
We can hardwire. We can hardwire 6. Get out of here.
Everyone likes to wire. I don't want to hear. Let's. Okay. You know, there's another thing that they're freaking out about at Retro Dodo right now. Okay. They're looking new Zelda game. They're doing daily searches on that.
Oh, Liz noticed. We both had the same shirt on. She's jealous and wants one. I gotta get her one made. I was supposed to have her one already, except big thank you to Streamlabs for never getting it to me and blaming me for the issue. Very professional, guys. Sorry.
Stuff happens. We'll move on from that. There's a lot of hype in this article, so you can go ahead and kill the hype a little. They've collated all of the news, leaks, and speculative musings on Nintendo Switch 2 here over on the RetroDodo.com. They did it themselves. No one asked them to. They were just like, I like Nintendo Switch 2 this much. Which I'm very excited about that, because then I don't have to do any other research. They've already done all the vetting. This is beautiful. This is why I just clicked this article and went. If this was from another news source and they hadn't done all of the collation like this, I would have had to go confirm somewhere else. This is a big leak. Apparently. If they're already naming the console Super Nintendo Switch, I mean, that's big. It's really big. And my mind is blown. Like, there's got to be some feature we haven't seen yet that's amazing, alongside the fact that the Joy-Cons are no longer removable, which makes the console so much easier.
Well, if you look at the picture up here, it looks like it could be like, if this is anything what the Switch is supposed to look like, maybe the console is portable, but I don't know. I can't see them going backwards and not making it portable. You know what I mean?
No. They want you to keep the portability, but there's a limit to it. And I think I remember seeing that in one of the headings here. So I think we should get into the meat of the article now that we've, like, stopped and we're like, wow, one news source did all the collation on this. Normally, this is spread out over the internet. So I really wanted to just, like, point in at the article for a few seconds. Like, they're actually talking about some of their journalistic stuff, and in this case, it's really interesting. It's now dubbed the Super Nintendo Switch in an online leak. This part, like I said, it still blows my mind. We'll go back to that fact for a second, and we're gonna just remember the Nintendo Entertainment System and then the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. So, like I said, I think there's a correlation that we're gonna see there.
I hope so.
It's a name that links.
Thank you.
Jazz, I'm busy.
I mean, I apologize for that, but thank you.
You're welcome. I have no idea what's going on.
It's okay. Hey, at least she was happy. That's good.
That's true. It's a name that links with both Mario and the SNES when you say Super Nintendo. Mm-hmm. So, again, I'm gonna, we're connecting the dots here. At least I am. Mm-hmm. There's got to be something more with this console that we don't yet know.
Well, with the name alone, if you think about it, it's appealing. One, the younger generation's like, oh shit! Appealing. Super Switch, gotta have this. This one's super. They don't even know about a Super Nintendo. They don't even care about that shit. They're just like, oh, Super's in the name. Gotta have it. And then all of us older generation are like, oh shit, you mean like Super Nintendo? I want to get one. What are you doing, Nintendo? And we want it even more now. And Nintendo's all like, yes, buy 2 more again. I'm like, you bastards. So, I mean, this is why I'm scared, because I'm like, I want to get a Switch for Liz at some point so she can be all playing games with all of us and stuff. And then at the same time, it's like, if I go and get one, do I have to turn around and be all like, well, shit, now I need 2 Super Nintendo Switches? Don't. It's too fast, Nintendo. Just fucking wait, man. Mm-hmm. Now I need water. This coffee's too warm.
I had that problem. So, is the Super Nintendo Switch Nintendo's newest console creation? They don't even answer that question. They just say a bigger Switch, a more powerful Switch, without handheld compatibility, and a hybrid console like no other.
Well, see, because it's a leak, we're not going to know for sure what its capability is. Is it handheld? Is it not? We don't know. We're not going to know until they actually release it, because you know what Nintendo's like. They might say one thing and then do a completely different thing altogether.
Well, that's what the article here says. It's already gone through many different guises and forms so far. The only reason that the Super Nintendo Switch is going to stick is because previous marketing dictates that should be a hit. So you know they're getting... I don't think the product is ready to go.
No,
but they definitely have a concept that they're ready to move forward with if they're giving it that kind of dubbing. That thing is going to get mass produced, and we're all going to be very sad at how much it hurts our wallets. But the details so far that interest me is that they're talking about a bigger and more powerful Switch without handheld compatibility, which is the part that I'm like, but if it's not handheld, what's with the first picture up there? And then the second picture, here it shows Luigi, Wario, and Mario around Super Switch with the Switch in the stand where you cannot see the screen, and the Joy-Cons aren't there. And there's a Super Switch Pro controller. No, that's not even a Pro controller. That's a Joy-Con controller. So, even just in the most collated information, there seems to be a little inconsistency there, at least as far as these images go, and the details they're trying to give us. That's kind of confusing. But what do you expect? This is supposed to be the next big Nintendo console. I think we're gonna get a few wrong turns now and then. I kind of expect it. They're gonna have fun with it. That's what they're having fun with. Formerly dubbed the Nintendo Switch Pro, the Switch offering that did away with the switching. The Super Nintendo Switch appears to be doing the round on the internet at the moment. So I don't know if the podcast ever covered the Nintendo Switch Pro, but I feel like it might have been discussed.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah.
That doesn't sound. Thinking about Super Switch or Super Nintendo Switch compared to that name, that doesn't sound as concrete as a commercial. Like, we want to get people to buy this. So I can understand why the name changed. Again, right? Because that's. I'm sorry. I'm so new to following this. You have to remember, poor old 6F Cyrus here, just for Christmas this year, got his Switch Lite. So, yeah. It just blows me away. Why is there so much speculation? Because Nintendo. And with that point, Nintendo hasn't commented on the new leak or said anything to contradict it. We don't even know if they're the ones who leaked it, according to Retro Dodo. I don't know, what's more interesting there, that they didn't say anything or try to contradict it? Like, I feel like not contradicting it gives us a lot of information. What do you think, Stefan?
Well, I don't know. I don't look into it too much.
Right. That comes to speculation, and I don't blame you for not looking into it too much, but in my mind, not contradicting it says something. And the fact that we don't know that that Nintendo leaked it themselves, that's even more confusing.
Well, I mean, again, it's to get people talking about it and get people wanting it more and more.
That's why it's the first thing.
What? It's probably phishing. So we leak out a photo or something about this, and then all of a sudden people start talking about, oh man, I wish they had I wish they put this into the new Nintendo Switch. Oh, maybe if they had that, they should do this game. All of a sudden Nintendo's like, ooh, more money. Take our podcast, for example. You've seen its history.
Yeah, there's a lot of times that they put something out there, and then all of a sudden the kind of ideas that were discussed on the podcast, whether they got them here or from other people who were thinking similar things, just the fact that they do try and get people talking about it makes sense here. And that's where we're gonna... Who's talking about this? Where did this name leak come from? You ever heard of Tyler McVicker? Have we discussed him on the podcast?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna have to look into this guy myself. The article is gonna cover him a little bit more here. So I thought I would stop there for a second and take that in. 2020, Tyler McVicker spoke about a Switch model. New Twitch model. Anyway, in a tweet, calling it the Super Switch. A journalist from Brazil recently took to Twitter to call the new consoles the Super Switch as well. Now, these two unconnected people may have just been messing with our heads, but perhaps they're onto something. As I said above, the Super adjective has always been a firm favorite over at Nintendo. Every Mario game starts with it, for crying out loud. I'm surprised Nintendo don't own the rights to the word, says the article writer here, Mr. Seb Santana-Barra.
Yeah, that guy.
I don't know that I necessarily agree with you, Mr. Santana-Barra, but they do like the word super. Maybe not that much, just saying. Again, I got to comment on his writing style here. Let's see here. There I was. Sorry about that. I keep looking at the pictures. I'm very excited about this. Mr. Vicker went on to say that Breath of the Wild 2 would be a Super Switch launch title. Could this mean that Zelda Ocarina of Time Switch release might also appear on the new console?
Well, if you think about it...
Extra speculative.
Probably not.
Yes? No, I don't
think so. When has Nintendo really... Other than Link to the Past, which was really Link Between Worlds, which was, yes, it took place in the same spot, but they changed it around a lot. Like Four Swords Adventure, they changed it a lot. Like, stuff like that. Like, yes, they revisited those, but unless they're changed them all together, I don't think they're just going to throw Breath of the Wild 2. If anything, they'll probably do a completely new series again, because that's what Nintendo seems to like doing. They'd rather, like, why didn't they continue on with, like, the Zelda series from Nintendo on the Super Nintendo? Because it was a whole different system. We can do different stuff. There's more now. So they'll probably end up doing the same exact thing. You know, they'll try and build a new, game around that. Now, I would imagine they'll keep the Breath of the Wild playstyle out there because people loved it so freaking much. I have not even had a chance to play it yet. There's so many Switch games that I've not even had a chance to play. Like Mario Odyssey, I've never played that. But again, same thing with Mario. Have they ever really returned to the same Mario games? No. They kept making new ones. Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy 2 for the Wii. Same thing. Like, they didn't say, oh, now that Switch is out, let's do Super Mario Galaxy 3. Like, no, they said, no, let's do Super Mario Odyssey. So I think that, yes, and as for Zelda Ocarina of Time Switch, I think it's going to be released on both. Because I think, once again, if it does release around the time, if a new Switch gets released, like a Switch 2 or Super Switch, whatever you want to call it, that people will still not have the money to get the new Switch, and they'll be still loving their old Switch. So Nintendo's going to be smart like they always are. I'm like, well, we used to release shit on 3DS even though we were trying to get rid of it, so might as well do the same thing again. And they'll still make money. And when people get the new Switch, guess what? They'll probably buy it again. So
here's my thought. So Breath of the Wild 2, I've heard a lot of wild rumors. I'm not going to go too deep into that one, but the Zelda Ocarina of Time Switch, you know what's going to happen with that? It's going to be part of the subscription service. It's going to be one of the old games that they let you play when they get the ability to emulate it properly on the Switch. That's going to be my bet. But we're going to move on to another bit of little speculation from there. They want to know if we could meet Super Link. I don't know why that's a thing. If we were going to meet Super Link, I think we would have met him already. And, perhaps we have Fierce Deity Link. Moving on. It's hard for me to deal with speculation and leave it on questions. And then with ones like that, it's like, that one could be pretty easily set aside. Now here's a question that I wanted to get to in this article. What features will the new Switch have? We recently commented on the fact that the Super Nintendo Switch appeared to be a non-handheld console. This leaked sketch of a new Joy-Con remote with no side rail practically proved as much. Though general chatter seems to say different. With a 4K heralded, a 4K Switch heralded for a 2021 release, fact finders claim that the Switch will still be able to switch. It's Nintendo's main selling point, after all.
I think that the screen will be a tablet, a touchpad tablet, which is basically what it is now. So,
that makes a lot of sense. I like what you're thinking there. It's kind of crazy though. Like, that's why wouldn't it have that capability, like they're saying? But at the same time, I'm gonna hold up my Switch Lite here. This is so much more professional. This is like a more finished product to me. Why do I want to play around with switching out those Joy-Cons if I don't need to? If these work as good as a Joy-Con, why should it have to come off at all?
They could leave it like the way you have it now with the Switch Lite, but just have a cable to hook up to it so when you want to play it on TV. And
hopefully,
I assume that's where it's going to go. They're going to stop at the docking stations, and they're just going to have the thing that just, plug directly into this dongle, which is a mini HDMI to an HDMI, and all of a sudden, boom, you know.
Why make the dock electrical at all when you can have a hard piece of plastic to hold up your system, and then you take your cord and you plug it in to the system, and there's no interaction with the object. And for anyone who can't see the podcast right now, I apologize. I am demonstrating with objects with my hands. Come see the podcast live. Still, the Switch Lite kind of takes care of the handheld market. And with the Nintendo Switch selling so well, would Nintendo risk harming those sales? The 1080p console is still winning in a next-gen 4K world. Would they end that reign so soon?
See?
Well, I gotta ask about the 4K thing though. What if you make that next level and it does something? Like it makes a really good 3D to take your Zelda Ocarina of Times and your Super Mario 64s into. We don't know that. That could be really amazing.
Or it could
like
be
I
really
said,
terrible trying to redo all those textures for 4K instead of 240p or something I think it was for Nintendo 64. So.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Hopefully you would have a program that works well to write it from one to the other. You could be right there, though. Nintendo weren't afraid to upgrade the DS back in the day, and that's very true. I feel like that there were 5 models of the DS. So that
there was the DS Lite, the DSi, then there was the 3DS, the 3DS XL, if you think about it.
What about the one that doesn't fold? The 2DS.
Oh, the 2DS, and then that's a whole other one altogether. So that's like 6 different models they have of the same system.
They were not afraid.
Well, I shouldn't say the same system, because once they got to 3DS, the 3DS and 2DS were the same. Different. They just didn't have a 3D switch on it to put stuff into 3D, which honestly, a lot of times, I didn't use the 3D function.
Yeah.
That was something that, honestly, it was great for some movies when you were watching them and stuff, like in the theater, that was great. But for my games, I was just like, why? I don't know. Again, just why, really?
Right. Why? Indeed. More speculation or thoughts on their process. When it comes to dropping new hardware, these guys are fearless. Though maybe they should have had a little more fear when it came to the Wii U. The Wii U was fine. That console was never going to be for everybody to begin with. So when anybody complains about it, I'm like, you're not the target audience. Why are you complaining about this product? Again, I apologize. I need to start editing these articles ahead of time, because that kind of stuff is a little unnecessary. I want to know what kind of specs this thing will have. They're talking about the 4K resolution again.
Which I'm not surprised.
The Metroid Prime 4 release date leak is mentioned here, but I don't know why anyone's worried about that. If you want to know, I will read that article in the next casts. You can @ me at 6sevcyrus, but I don't know why that would be related to this one either. Dang it. Thank you, Retro Dodo, for making my life interesting.
And I'm pretty sure I've already said that, too. I'm reading the next part.
Bigger memory, more game cart slots.
Extra additional charging ports are a must. Read the next part. I'm pretty sure word for word I said that. Why don't we use 3DSs as controllers for the new console?
I was looking at that and I was like, yeah.
That is literally what I said, word for word. Like, why didn't Nintendo just put like a 3DS as the controller and then have the Switch as the standalone, console? So that way we can just walk around with our 3DS, which is yeah.
Come to think of it, my 3DS XL is over there and it still works. I was trying to can I grab this and be like, hey, I have mine still.
That reminds me, I have to charge up my Wii U soon to make sure it don't let the battery die.
I like the idea of bigger memory, bigger standard memory. I shouldn't have to upgrade the memory to put half your games on the system. You should be doing that for me. More game card slots. That idea.
So it's basically, instead of having to switch out a game every time,
you have 4 or 5 ports or something.
Yeah, so you can just keep several games at once, which is nice. Yeah, I can see that being okay. Plus, then you're not scrambling around looking for games all the time. Like, where the hell to put that little tiny SD card game?
If that's the case, shouldn't you just have all your games digital copies?
That's true.
At that point, I don't think you should mod the system anymore. Well, when can we expect this cool new device that we've now heard more speculation about than fact? Because this is the internet, and we're all very excited about new things. Well, a recent leak stated that players may see Breath of the Wild 2 release as early as Q2 2021. So summer?
Jesus, I hope not. Oh, well, for Breath of the Wild 2, fine, but I don't want a new Switch by this year.
Yeah.
I like I said, honestly, Nintendo could go for a couple more years on this if they really, really wanted to, because no one is like, I'm sorry, if someone said to me, like, oh, how come you like the Switch? It's not even 4K resolution. I'd be like, is that really what you're noticing right now? It's not 4K resolution. You not see how fun the games are. You not see how, as I already said, it's toppled all the other consoles that are in 4K. Have you not seen how, like, some of the, like, it's beating out some of its own best games that have beaten out other games. Like, oh, remember how Mario Kart 8 is the be-all, end-all Mario Kart game? Well, guess what? Animal Crossing is actually getting close to beating out Super Mario Kart 8 for being, like, the most all-time sold game or something, apparently. So, like, what? Like, if they're releasing shit like that and it's that good, like, why? Why buy? Like, keep pushing out stuff that's awesome. Keep people interested. This is what I'm talking about. There's no need to push for a new console so quickly.
If they've got the formula and it is good to go, I'm not going to be against it. If this is actually the Super Switch and it is going to be ready to go, as this speculation goes, the Switch console originally came out in March 2017. Could we see another March release? And I'm like, that's...
Jesus, I hope not.
That's if you really want to force Breath of the Wild to release natively on both. And I don't necessarily see that as the case. Like, why not just debut, say, Breath of the Wild 2 on Super Switch Q2 2021 together? Showcase the game and showcase the hardware at the same time. I don't know. This estimate is really early for me, though. Even though it's the Super Switch, the Super Nintendo Switch, like, I don't think that just launches this year, like, good to go. Maybe they give it another... I hope they give it another year. Not just to work out any potential kinks, but because the math on the Switch is still really hot right now, and unless you're going to offer cross-console capabilities, you're going to piss your audience off. All those people who want your hardware and who want your games are going to look at you and they're going to say, why did you release a system that is almost going to be the same thing no matter what, and not have them be able to communicate with each other? Could be really messy with that there. And of course, Nintendo hasn't told us anything about this thing. The leaks are all, I won't say all speculation, but if Nintendo hasn't said, that this is all lies, or, take this down, or, any of the Nintendo kind of things that they could do there, you gotta wonder what's going on, and how soon we will see the second iteration of the Nintendo Switch, regardless of its name, regardless of its features, and regardless of its specifications. And for some of us, the not knowing is the worst part. But that's Nintendo Switch 2, aka the Super Nintendo Switch. I spent a little longer on this than I really wanted to, but it's going to be the biggest thing in gaming when it hits. Not if, when.
But right now it's all speculation too, so.
And that's the hardest part. That's why I'm like, we're moving on. Do you guys remember the Brawler 64 controller?
Yeah, I got one.
Well, it's now available without a wire and in 4 colors.
Ooh. Oh, nice. You're looking, yeah. Retro Fighters. Oh, yeah, they do have... look at those colors, though. That blue looks really nice. So does the green.
Ooh, those are nice. I really like that.
Yeah.
That gray is almost like 64 edition gray. And the same thing with that, like, see-through red. Those are really good. This one isn't so much to talk about, but I'm gonna read the article anyways because I don't want this to be super short. It's kind of one of those products that you'd already kind of know about, but when NintendoLife.com/retro reviewed the Retro Fighter Brawler 64 controller, the N64, back in 2019, they came away suitably impressed. Which it was probably, I mean, if looking at the product we're looking at here, these are solid controller products. So this is what you'd expect.
You can keep talking about it, Steve.
Okay, I wasn't sure what was going on there. This is described as a next gen N64 replacement pad. It's comfortable to use and very responsive. While it has serious competition in the form of the Tribute 64, it's still an excellent option for those of you who are looking for a new controller for your retro gaming sessions on N64's Wonder console. I'm not sure about that sentence there. I apologize.
So this is the Brawler 64 controller from Retro Fighters. It's a fantastic controller.
Shit.
It's fantastic. I got the blue one. It is one of those see-through ones kind of thing. Yeah, I honestly, it feels good. The analog stick on it is so nice. So like all this, I've tried third-party controllers before. Ones that look exactly like N64 controllers, and guess what happens with them? Joy,
same thing.
The analog drift. Every time you'll have the analog stick flopping over to the side, and like with some of them, it's terrible. Not like a little bit of like, oh, okay, I've been playing Mario Party for like a couple months and now it's starting to... No. As in like, oh, I played Paper Mario today. And now it's broken. Like, wait, what? Paper Mario? It's like, Paper Mario is what broke my new third-party controller analog stick. It's like, how does that make sense? How is it not Mario Party? Like, that's the game, if there was a game to break your analog stick for Nintendo 64, not Mario Party. Anyways, Brawlers, the Retro Fighters, they make, honestly, fantastic controllers. They do it for a lot of systems, Nintendo, Sega Genesis. They even started doing Dreamcast. If you guys are looking for, like, third-party controllers, give them a go.
I think I need to look into this because I really want a more retro feel for my Shadows of the Empire. But this version gets rid of the cable. It uses a 2.4 gigahertz wireless link with a range of 30 feet. This is kind of nice. Before I read the next detail, this isn't Bluetooth, this is wireless. Bluetooth can be tricky to work with, but wireless... That should be plug and play. That's going to be really nice for a lot of people. The battery life is also rated at 10 hours per charge, and it's charged with a USB-C.
Cable is included with the box. Now, the only thing I'm going to make people aware of right now, I work as a cable technician and I deal with internet regularly. Anything that's on a 2.4 gigahertz frequency for wireless can fool with your wireless internet. So, meaning when you're far away from your internet modem, you're on a 2.4 range, not a 5G range. So, if you have, say, cordless phones, guess what? They're on 2.4. You have a baby monitor, guess what? It's on 2.4. You have this wireless controller, it's on 2.4. It's all going to crosstalk versus your modem. Now, if you're lucky enough to get one of these new fancy 6G modems, oh, baby, then don't even worry about it. Just play, man. Just play your heart out. Oh, God, I can't wait till that rolls out. But anyways, sorry. Just making people be aware of how some of that stuff is going to work. Within a range of 30 feet, Jesus. So that thing actually has a strong wireless... I guess access point or whatever the hell you want to call it. The feed from it is pretty strong. 30 feet is fairly good for just a controller. Jesus.
Yeah. The last detail that's not how much does this cost is this wireless variant moves the memory card slot from the underside of the pad and it replaces it on the dongle, which plugs into the N64's controller port, which you can actually see in this picture. I was wondering about that. It's shaped very specifically, and I was like, what's going on here? But that makes your controller so nice. Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's not like... Again, I have the wired one, as you can see. It has a long wire. It's not terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I can see... Well, I mean, if you look here in the back, the way I'm holding it, alright?
Mm-hmm.
My finger is resting against this, same thing right here, but it's not uncomfortable. It actually makes me feel like I have a firmer grip where I want to be holding.
A kickback to your grip instead of just like on the... There's no... You could call it a guard, because like if you're looking at a PS4 controller, there's nothing to like hold anything there underneath or on the back side like he's talking about. That can give you a feel of more grip. I remember exactly the same thing on an actual N64 controller. So you might want the wired one. You might want this one. It's available in classic gray, green, red, and blue, like we said earlier. It costs just shy of
$54.
American. I don't know what that is in pounds there. I think that's pounds anyway.
Yes, £40.
That's a pretty good price for this kind of controller. I'm not gonna lie.
Wired one's a bit cheaper, by the way.
Actually, for reference, can you let us know what that is?
I'm trying to find it right now if I can.
Okay.
Let's see if they have it there. Oh, 20, 30 pounds. So you're probably looking like $10 or $15 cheaper.
Yeah. Okay, so if you need the wireless, it's going to cost you a bit extra. But it's a nice controller either way.
Oh, God, yes.
So these next two articles are kind of a pair here. We're going to talk about DuckTales for a little bit on the NES. Yeah.
I've seen some notes about this before already, by the way. So this is interesting. I'm looking forward to learning more.
Yeah, me too. DuckTales NES prototype unearthed. Features an unused song. That's no moon. V. Capcom brought us a remastered edition of DuckTales several years back, but we still hold a lot of love for the original NES version, offering us a unique platforming adventure where you pogo stick on a cane. DuckTales was widely noted for its excellent soundtrack, the Moon theme most prominently, though it only featured a dozen tracks. Within the last week, a new prototype has since been unearthed, dated around February 5th, 1989. As per the cutting room floor, it's our earliest ever look at the iconic game, and such features as a few differences due to its developmental state. Just a few differences. Certain key features are missing, like treasure values, which, yeah, but more excitingly, a previously unused track titled Map has been discovered. Replaced by the stage select music, this song only runs for 56 seconds, but you can immediately hear the differences between the two themes. We'll likely never know why Map was cut from the final release, which is a real shame as it sounds pretty great. Either way, the fact we're still discovering new things about DuckTales a whole 3 decades later is fascinating in itself. I'm gonna tell you, I think I know why this got pulled. Either it's a variant of the stage select theme, or they had a different screen to look at the map. Perhaps if you were between stages instead of at Scrooge's hideout, or Scrooge's house, his mansion, excuse me. And then they cut that out, and they just used the one map scene.
I think what they did was they went and looked at their other games and said, well, shit, we don't call it map. We call most of our games stage select, like a Mega Man. And then they were like, well, shit, let's go and do something that's more keyed like that, I guess, more so than this, map screen. So
yeah. It's a disappointing thing, though. I'm listening to this track here. It's only 55 seconds long, and it's very Capcom. It's a little DuckTales, and it's a little Mega Man, like you'd expect from the Capcom soundboard in that times.
And then maybe it was someone who was working there who, something shitty happened. They were a composer, or maybe they were just new to the company and they switched to another company or something. So they're all like, "Fuck this! Let's take his track out."
They didn't have the rights. That's the possibility. That's still fascinating to me. It's a great track. It definitely sounds like it's from DuckTales, and that's a very important detail.
Cooper wants me to have a exclamation point doobies command for him.
Cooper. Oh, Cooper. Well, let's get to our other DuckTales article.
Exclamation mark movies indeed, brother.
Kind of weird. The original had an option for Scrooge to give up his fortune. What? Why wasn't this left in the game?
Just for you, Cooper.
Why? Oh, LOL. I'm sorry, Cooper. I'm sorry. It's been quite the week for retro discoveries, alongside GoldenEye 007's cancelled remake surfacing online. What? DuckTales has been in the news after an unearthed prototype build made its way online, revealing a previously unreleased map track. Curse you, article. As it turns out, additional elements were removed from Capcom's acclaimed NES platformer. Then we'd realized. Speaking with Kotaku for a recent feature on DuckTales development, producer Darcene Lacey revealed further information about cut content, explaining, there was also originally an option for Scrooge to give up his fortune, but this seemed out of character, yes, so we removed that. Scrooge told his nephews, there really is more important treasure than this. That is, Dream and Friends. It seemed so earnest and dramatic, I was so tempted to leave it as is, but I knew I couldn't. So I changed it to the more polished but forgettable. Right, lads, I couldn't have done it without you. I really am the richest duck in the world. I love that fans found out about the original ending. It was the better line. Really? Yes. Yes, it was. Wow. Joined by fellow producer David Mullick for this feature, both detailed what it was like working with Disney back in the late 80s, who were looking to enter the gaming market. Like many licensed games that also brought about restrictions on what Capcom could do, and Lacey confirms that they had to get creative. It's how we ended up with Scrooge's pogo jump, explaining. We also needed to make sure that the content met Disney's standards. For example, in another title, one licensee had Donald Duck clubbing baby seals. It was also important that the Disney characters weren't killing things. The Disney game designs had to be more creative than simple point-and-shoot games. That's how elements as Scrooge's pogo jump with his cane and DuckTales came about. I love that mechanic. I've never played the game. I love that mechanic.
You've never played DuckTales? Dude.
Never.
It's so fun.
It wasn't in my library.
You gotta play it sometime.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Damn America, my poor thumb.
Poor Liz.
Oh,
We recommend reading the full feature when you can. It offers an interesting perspective on this classical platformer's development. And if you're like us, we're always fascinated to hear more of these stories.
I'm done. I won't sneeze. No, sorry.
They end with, would you have preferred the original ending to DuckTales? And I want to leave on that note as well. I wouldn't want the original ending. Give us the option to give up the fortune.
Yeah. I guess so. But it wouldn't be very Scrooge McDuck-like.
But we're not Scrooge McDuck, Stefan.
But that's me number one dream, Steve. That's the whole point, is you're immersing yourself into the game.
Yes.
You want to be Scrooge McDuck. That's the whole point.
I understand. People are always going to be divided on it. It's fine that it's not that way, but it would be cool to have the option. That is some interesting stuff from DuckTales.
Indeed.
But what about Narita Boy?
Oh.
It's a neo-retro homage to the 80s, coming to the Switch
16.
this spring. If you want to go ahead and play the article or play the preview, I'm going to read the article while you do so.
Yeah.
If Ready Player One left you craving more of that shameless 80s nostalgia, then Narita Boy is probably right up your alley. With elements of Tron, Star Wars, and various retro consoles sprinkled throughout its pixel art graphics, Narita Boy is bound to tickle that memory gland of yours in all sorts of ways. After a successful Kickstarter, which smashed the initial goal of 120 euros, as 106-ish that it was supposed to get, it got 120. They killed it.
No, they were looking for... oh, sorry, my bad, yeah. I was reading the next part.
Spanish developer studio Koba failed to meet the Switch port stretch goal, but instead caught the eye of publisher Team 17, who makes Worms and Overcooked, who presumably helped with the funding. Wow, I really like that art style.
Mm-hmm.
Narita Boy is an action-packed platforming game in which the eponymous Narita Boy wields the powerful Techno Sword to defeat the enemies of the Digital Kingdom.
Oh.
That's so exciting! Digital Kingdom! I'm sorry. The sword can also turn into a shotgun and a laser beam because it's the 80s.
Yeah.
The developers also promise a pumping soundtrack inspired by analog synthesizer music, and if the trailer's anything to go by, it's a lot like Look Around You meets Dune, 1984. Hell yeah. No solid release date has been confirmed yet, but it will launch simultaneously across all platforms, including Xbox Game Pass, this spring.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the retro game you've been waiting for? Yes, it is the retro game I have been waiting for. When I saw this article, I was like, how do I not talk about this game? Doesn't that look like a lot of fun?
It does. I'm not sure. I might have had the Kickstarter up last week before we decided not to go ahead, or... No, there was a storm coming, that's what it was. Or no, last week, the week before.
Okay. In the future, if stuff like that happens, I'd like to know ahead of time so we can preface the article with that instead of talking about it afterwards. Yeah,
good.
Not a big deal either way. I want to play this game.
It looks good. Again, they're doing the same thing that a lot of the retro-inspired games are doing, with using the dark atmospheres, but with like super like bright lighting effects and stuff. Like you can see when you're like in action with the sword and stuff. Like every time that you know create some type of lighting effect by attacking, it was very bright. And I don't know, whatever it is about that style, it really gets me going. I like it.
I like it a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I was looking at our next game, and this TIG Forums game, I saw a game that was complete, and I said, let's cover this regardless. And I'm not sure what kind of game I'm bringing you. I'm still working out some of the formula for my podcasts. My half of the podcast has been discussed previously. But the details that I thought were interesting was that it's really story-driven and it has indie music. So this game is called Everybody Wham Wham.
That guy got why was he so sad? He like looked at his snowball, looked at yours like, wait, what? Just starts crying. Jesus. Aww.
So this game is about making the best snowman ever, apparently. That's just the way I'm gonna phrase this, especially after Stefan's response there. But the music is definitely indie. I don't know how you can have story-driven when it's about building snowmen, but it's interesting to see different kinds of games, and that's, I think, what I'm gonna say like is most important about this particular game here. So who made this game? We'll talk about it a little more other than that point, but I don't know how much more. So Kian Adelenbosch, Matteo Carcazes, and Mark Lohman. And Mark Bennis.
It's penis. No.
So they're called Bonte Avant. Apparently. They're just three guys from the Netherlands is the core of the people who made this guy. Oh, one guy from America. I bet that's Bennis. They really like going with first ideas and put lots of homemade indie music in their games. I'm trying to read this. You could tell English is not the first language of the person who wrote this. He's one of the guys from the Netherlands. So we got to work with it. And that's one of the things with TIG Source. It's like there are good, fun, interesting things here. It's just how well is the information about the game displayed, or about the people who are making it. Apparently they want to be conscious of diversity in their games. They want to play a small part in improving acceptance and happiness in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's part of what's going on here with this really different kind of game.
Yeah. Well, they have a bunch of different people, really. I mean, there's pumpkin people, a pig person, there's that weird alien eyeball thing, there's a yeti, a reindeer, a dude with a long neck, a witch, a little small dude. Like, it's, it's good.
I believe this is available for free right now on itch.io. Still, again, not what I'm expecting, and I'm not exactly sure how to cover this for several reasons, but I do want to share these kinds of things. This should be the kind of things that we talk about, at least, and, this is the evolution of game making. Three guys from the Netherlands and one guy from the US can make a super accepting game about building snowmen. That's really interesting and different. Now, we're going to move on to another game here from the TIG Source forum called RaidBorn. It's a self-styled action RPG, Skyrim meets dungeon crawler. So, hi guys, welcome to my TIG Source devlog. I'm Marcus, the developer of RaidBorn. He's the person behind Fodex Games. I really should read these things better, I apologize. he was inspired by games like The Elder Scrolls and Gothic. They helped him through dark times in his life. So he's taking those inspirations and he wants to help other people through dark times in their life. I'm going to just go ahead and put those together there, which I think is really awesome, especially considering it's a Skyrim meets dungeon crawler. And I actually didn't look at the video for this before. Oh, I see. Yeah, I understand what they mean by Skyrim meets dungeon crawler. I really like the way the dungeons look. The overworld stuff.
It's really dark, though.
It is kind of grungy. He wanted to create his own interpretation of an atmospheric fantasy world combined with elements from other games that he enjoyed. Like the combat system from Dark Messiah of Might and Magic, and the dungeon crawling, which are elements of Ultima Underworld in his descriptive mind here. For him, game development is a true passion, and he's really, really crazy about it. And that's one thing I wanted to show about this game, is like, it's not done. But even just the way he's posting about this, he doesn't just type words in this chat. He's showing so many pictures. And everything that would be typed out is on it's a piece of parchment paper.
Yeah.
This guy loves this work so much, and it makes it so easy for me to explain to you what his vision was when he came up with this game. And this is why I want to bring stuff from TIG Source forums, because this is exciting. This looks like something more than one person I know would want to play. There's a gif of some of the combat, and when you hit people and they die, they get flung real good. So if you need you some
it's just like in Skyrim.
Yep. So it's got ferocious combat. It's got immersive fantasy world. There are skills and stats, which are things I wasn't exactly sure of. I mean, but I should have expected. There's a picture of the moon glowing at night, and he's eating it at a campsite. This game looks like it's really well done, and I want to play it. But if I go down here and look again, I'm just gonna check real quick. RaidBorn account, a welcome package, but also I'm gonna copy this link and I'm gonna send it to ODubs. I gotta make sure this goes with the podcasts for this section, because they want to give new players stuff. I'm also gonna post this in the chat here if you guys are interested in that game. They have welcome packages for new players. They want to get new people in this game. I didn't know it was a finished product, but there you go. I'm really looking forward to maybe playing this myself.
If it was multiplayer, that'd be even better.
That's the only thing that game is missing. Alright. So, this next one, I thought there was going to be a little bit more here, but I've kind of got 2 horror games that I want to cover, and then we're going to talk about a fundraiser, and then I've got my Six's Spotlight for the week. So I guess this one can be a little short because of how long Article 1 ran. So we found this game called Mournway Mansion, and...
What? Jesus. Look what he wrote.
33 months ago, a black sub to a Canadian. Let's continue this tradition.
A black? Whoa! I didn't even get a sub from Steam, too. It's sub night. Everyone get your subs. It's so delicious. I'm not going hungry tonight. All the subs. Jesus, Game Hunter, that was golden. Fuck.
This is in support of that tradition.
Oh my god.
So, Mournway Mansion. This game has been around since the 2018, which February. I can. So,
What was that?
Yeah. Me being silly about me being silly, but this is a horror game, and it's a pixel horror game.
It's a voxel.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a first-person point-and-click adventure in a voxel look. It will have a scary atmosphere, classic adventure gameplay using items, and also some mini-games.
Oh, come on, Spleef.
You play as a boy that is supposed to find an item in an old abandoned house as a trial to get accepted into a group of boys from his new neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Cult alert, cult.
Jesus.
Cult. It's a horror game.
Horror game.
It's a voxel-based point-and-click. A scary atmosphere is what they say, but when you say those words,
usually is another kind of catch-all. It's going to tension.
I got one more here after this one, but oh, hey, I missed a line. After you've entered the house, it becomes clear that there are other things on his mind than just that, which is trying to get accepted by that group of boys in his new neighborhood.
Mm.
I don't like the way this is worded, but you know, they're trying. I believe this is a one-man team making this game.
Mm.
So there's not much to go on here. Dated demo, which covers the tutorial. It's available right now on itch.io/darkness, and I'm gonna copy this link as well. Here, you guys want to play a cult game? Here you go.
Jesus.
But that's not the only horror game that I came up with this week. Our next article is actually from... I found it on TIG source forums, but their stuff there was so bad that I actually had to go to their itch.io. Because we're looking at a date to keep, which is from the series called Real Stories from the Grave. It's on twitch.io. It's free, Jeremy. At least that's usually how it is. I'm sorry. Let's see here. So the story is, you enter the shoes of Samuel Scowl and experience the horror of a dissolving family unit and an unkempt mind. Discover the truth through Samuel's warped perception and piece together the reality that eludes him. It features a deep storyline, a mix of exploration and combat, voice acting, a dreadful atmosphere, and a secret ending.
Yes, it's free, Game Hunter. It's name your own price, so your price could be 0.
So the controls are pretty simple in this one. Left click is shoot, E is interact, Q are the mouse wheels, switch weapons, or to the flashlight, R is reload, and left shift is run. This game has disturbing content and is based off of Silent Hill.
That's more than enough reason for me to go download that game.
I love that I found a game that Ghosty is interested in.
Ooh.
You know what? Actually, looking from that one's screen.
If you look at the GIF at the top, oh, there's actually a video here. I didn't even notice. It looks very Silent Hill. You get that fog and snow effect, and it feels like you're in PlayStation 1 Silent Hill all over
It kind
again.
of looks got, better frame.
I'd might play this game too. They look like they're instead of doing Alien Isolation, where I'm probably gonna get stuck, I could get scared on these and then just not play them again.
I mean, you could.
Anyway, that's our horror games for the week. I found you guys some horror games. I hope they might be fun and or interesting. But have you guys ever wanted to take part in a contest for making video games?
Not personally, because I don't do.
Right. Well, we know some indie devs, and
That's true.
we may ourselves might try to do such things as these. Maybe not in the context of a contest. Anyway, so there's 170,000 plus in funding and prizes for indie games in the Unfold Games Award, an indie game contest organized in partnership with Intel, Unity, Pixel Logic, FMod, Integral Capital, and the MacArthur Law Firm. There's $150,000 in funding, plus over $20,000 in prizes, services, and cash. I'm not comfortable with the term services in this context. But
We're gonna fill up your gas tank. Full serve, yeah.
Oh god,
Getting your thing. So, like,
dang it.
But there is a deadline, Steve, March 15, 2021.
Yes, and that's why I wanted to mention it now. If you have a game, and I read down here specifically that one of the responders was like, if I have a game that's releasing after then, can I still enter? And they're like, yes, but you won't get selected. Your game has to be released by March 15th, 2021. That's the only thing on this. And unfortunately, in this case, I'm getting it to you later than I would like to. But DigiDude in specific, and maybe Game Hunter, I know they have some game making skills. Maybe they would be interested. I hope to bring more of this kind of thing to people's attention in the future, but I can't say for sure. It's one of those things. Like I said, I mean, I found this one and we're kind of late in its cycle. Not super late, but I mean, you know, some people have made games in those 48-hour game jams, the Ludum game jams. So it's not impossible, but it depends. It honestly depends on who you are and what kind of idea you. Ooh, he's gonna go talk to Digi. Game Hunter's gonna go talk to Digi about this. I'm excited. This was the kind of thing I was hoping this would spur. And anyone who hears this, if you have ideas that you can push out into a game by March 15th, 2021, you tell them 6F Cyrus sent you. You tell them. Okay. I've had my fun with that. Good luck to all the entrants. English. And I want to see some of the games that come out of this. That's another reason why I'm bringing this up. I want to see games that come out of game contests. I just do. All right. Well, we're down to Six's spotlight for this week.
Which, did you even give me that after?
I thought I linked you, but let me link you again.
Oh, Derp Herp. Okay.
Okay, you got it?
Yep.
I wasn't sure.
There we go.
Oh, wow. And the dev is actually still playing right now.
Oh, she is, yeah.
So this is a really simple game. It's called Potion Craft. And I had the pleasure of watching Shenrir play this on Twitch. I'm sorry that there's a name drop in this case. Normally I'm not going to do that. But this is a demo, and I watched him play for 3+ hours on a demo and have fun. And I enjoyed the content I was watching. So to go from Dyson Sphere Project last week, which I ended up buying and I have a bunch of hours in, it's very 3D and very like
bunch
intricate.
of hours. He has 55 hours in already.
A bunch. It's really simple, and it's very like, I don't want to say something that would be mean to it, but in its simplicity, there's a lot of fun. You know what I mean? Like, wow, I've never really tried to be an alchemist before. Is this what this conceptualization would be like? That it's really interesting because for our listeners, you grind up individual herbs, and once they're ground up, you mix them into a pot, and you can add water and heat it. And you do these things to make new potions, or make the same potions, or get skills to make potions better. And then you take the potions that you make and you sell them to people. And you can sell them to reputable buyers or disreputable buyers. And don't forget to haggle. Haggling is very important. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, haggle for your bagel. But yeah, it's not actually released yet. It just says 2021 wishlist and follow.
The demo is out now and ready to play. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely worth a look. It might not be your thing, but I do the management in the sim type games, and this one came at me, and yeah, I want to play this.
I understand that. Potions.
Have some potions, sir.
I'll add that to my wish list. Why not?
Oh, all right.
Please, sir.
No more potions for you. You've had too many.
Oh,
I've seen you in the line multiple times.
Oh, but sir. Sir, I need these potions.
She's a reputable buyer, sir.
Dang it, fine, take the potions.
Hooray! My family won't go hungry now.
Wait, no, don't feed your family on potions.
Too late, I'm already gone.
Already gone. Okay, all jokes aside, I am turning over the podcast to the master. What have you got for us this week, man? I'm excited.
A lot of games. A lot of games this week. So I am incorporating a new segment in there, which is Indie Help. As I've said before, I get a lot of games offers coming to me through email regularly. Tonight you're going to see how much I got in just a day, okay? And that'll be near the end of the podcast after the Kickstarters, which we have a few of those to go through too. So, as always, let us start with everybody seems to love this anyways. So you know, we've always got to start with everyone's favorite stuff, right? Right?
The best of Steam. Oh, I'm sorry.
Best of Steam, and guess what? My very first game was going to be.
What?
Narita Boy.
What? No.
So that's fine. It's already been covered, so we're cool. We're cool. I'm adding it to my wish list, though. Can't stop me now. All right, so we'll go to our next one. Oh, Steve, do you have your browser open and ready to look up your games so you can watch along with me?
Yes.
First game we're going to be looking at is called Unsouled. An ultra-brutal action RPG with fast-paced and savagely rewarding combat. Absorb the souls of your vanquished enemies to strengthen your powers and wreak havoc on those who stand in your way. Can you uncover the mysteries of this beautiful but haunting world? Can you? It's supposed to be a second quarter of 2021. This is an indie action pixel graphics combat violent game. And we do have a couple of trailers. Let's start with the first one. And let's go.
Me gusta.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of Hyper Light Drifter. Game Hunter, how you feeling about the looks of this so far? It looks pretty juicy, right? I'm just gonna hit add to wish list immediately. Yeah, wish listed. I knew it. Oh shit! Oh shit! Look at you dying all those times. Damn. Oh. And there is a demo available for this right now. See, top down, high speed action. Oh shit! That one dude, like, that must be a savage fight there. Oh shit!
That music sounds like a lot of fun too.
It really does. Oh, it's so good. Oh god, it feels so good. It looks so good. Unsouled. And then, of course, there's a second trailer there. Oh, we might get a little bit more storyline behind this. Oh, okay. Wow, I love the environment too. It looks so nice. I like that a lot of the objects around you can be destroyed. Oh shit! You can knock people off the edge and stuff? You don't see that too often. Oh shit. Yeah, that big dude looks like savage.
I'm a little behind. Oh wow, knocked him right off.
Alright, yeah, this game looks pretty badass.
Oh, but that bridge and they all died. That's, should I do that? I want to do that.
Looks like a good game, right? Alright, we're going to move on to our next one here, called Aeon Drive. This is the prologue. I feel like I've seen this before, but I didn't have it wishlisted, so maybe I have the original wishlist? I don't know. Aeon Drive Prologue is the first act of a speedrun action platformer set in cyberpunk Barcelona. Jacqueline, with her sword, teleportation dagger, and unique skill to control the time, has to retrieve faulty pieces of dimension-bending machinery in order to preserve the space-time of the universe. This precision platformer, pixel graphics, cyberpunk. Is it out already? No, but it doesn't have a... It just says reviews. It doesn't have a when it's going to be released. Well, I guess the prologue itself is the demo, so... So now my question is there just an Aeon Drive? Yeah, there is, and we have wishlist, so I knew we did cover this game once before. I thought that was strange that we didn't have it. Alright, coming at 2021, that's good. We have covered it. It's on my wish list. Game Hunter has it on his wish list. We good. Alright, so we won't worry about that one. See, sometimes I overlap. It's okay. 2021, very vague. It is. One here that Mr. Steve might enjoy. Kathy Rain, Director's Cut. Award-winning adventure, Kathy Rain... Adventurer, I guess? Kathy Rain returns in Director's Cut, featuring an extended story with more puzzles to solve and new areas to explore. Witness the rise of an iconic detective as you uncover a dark and sinister truth hiding behind the calm exterior of a small rural town. This is a point-and-click, female protagonist 2D adventure game. You throw point-and-click in there, you know Steve's going to want to sink his teeth into it. So, yeah, let's give this one a watch, sir.
Conwell Springs. I never thought I'd return to this place. I wish things could have been different. But I'm gonna find out what happened to you.
Using my saying.
I promise.
Grandfather, what happened to you, bye?
This is the other story from Stardew Valley. I'm gonna find out what really happened to my grandfather. Yeah, the graphics look really nice. I love it. And yeah, this part here where it almost seems like the boat here with the dock, it almost seems like it's a realistic background with like some pixelness added in. I really, really enjoy the art style for this.
Oh wow, that is a really pretty background.
And once again, there is a demo for this game already.
Wishlisted.
Of course, Mr. Steve. I'm not going to forget either. There we go. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep making sure that I'm slowly going to drain your wallets at a later date. Our next one, another one Steve may enjoy, called Power of 10. A single starfighter trying to save as many civilians as possible before they are overrun by a marauder armada. You'll need to gather new weapons, upgrade your ship, find resources, trade with other ships, and more to overcome the challenge before you.
Wishlisted.
You didn't even have to watch anything, just, yeah. Looter shooter, top-down shooter, roguelite, 2D. Let's give this one a watch.
Alright.
Yeah, this looks like it could be difficult, but fun. It's about time they made one like this that like really interested me, because I've been wanting something similar to this for a while. Oh my god.
FTL is a little too restrictive. It's nice to see something with a way more open field to play.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of worrying about just crew members, you're actually piloting the ship and shooting and everything, you know. So it's kind of nice just for that aspect.
Mm-hmm. How much is this?
It's not out yet. Early 2021, sir.
I'll have to.
There is a demo though.
Power of 10.
Yeah, looks fun. It kind of reminds me of this other game I was playing. I can't remember the name of it now, but I don't know if that game really lifted off. The graphics look very similar to that.
It reminds me of Galaga?
Oh, I can see that too, yeah, a little bit.
It's obviously more complex.
Yes, like there's more free roaming and, you know, going to different planets and stuff like that and trying to, you know.
There's more of like a what to do than just kill things.
Yeah.
But that is it. It looks so fun. I want.
See, I'm already appealing to Mr. Steve already. Mr. 6. Alright, let's keep it going. Our next game is called Lacuna, a sci-fi noir adventure. This could be another one that Steve might enjoy. A murder, a hack, a bombing. All it takes to plunge the solar system into war, unless you do something about it. Help CDI agent Neil Conrad make a string of increasingly difficult decisions in this modern, dialogue-driven adventure set in a gorgeous 2D sci-fi noir universe. Ooh. Interactive fiction, multiple endings, noir, crime, coming out summer 2021. Let's watch that trailer.
Looks like it's more of a novella than a point and click, but at that point there's really not much of a difference to begin with. This could be a lot of fun. Read-only memory 2040, was that it?
Yeah,
that was a novel more than it was a game, you know what I mean?
What was that one, that God's game I was playing? In God's Will, was it? You know which one I'm talking about though, don't you?
Where you were the little...
I was the dude who was like part of a group of people trying to like... Remember, like, it was kind of a point-and-click decision-maker kind of thing. Like, we were stranded on a frozen planet and stuff.
Gods will be watching.
Gods will be watching. There you go. That was a fantastic fucking story-driven game. That was so good. And I don't think it got enough recognition.
No. Oh, 1 million decisions a day? I didn't know.
I'm gonna add this to my wish list. It looks fantastic. It looks like the gameplay could be alright too.
already wishlisted. There are so many devs out there demoing their games live. What is going on? Oh, excuse me. Everything okay?
Yeah, this looks fantastic. I love the look of it, dude.
Oh wow, that cherry tree is beautiful.
Right? Oh. Oh shit. Oh, don't do that! Oh, now you make me want to play it more now. Fuck. Damn. Alright. Again, best of Steam. Always got lots of good games. Next up, we have a game called DAP. Just D-A-P, DAP.
Alright.
DAP is an action-adventure horror game about gathering a following of cute and creepy little creatures called DAPs. Fight monstrous creatures and solve puzzles, discover a lush atmospheric forest full of secrets, try to avoid the deadly infection which turns your creatures, into monsters. This is action-adventure, horror, action, pixel graphics. Let's watch the trailer.
You go ahead and start without me. I gotta bring it up on... on browser. There we go. For some odd reason, I'm having problems with my...
Yeah, that's what I was saying when I first seen it too, Game Hunter. It looks a lot like Pikmin. But way creepier. Like, look, this is like, look at that thing.
Oh.
Like, that is so creepy looking.
It's like the creep version of Pikmin.
No, it's not a bad thing. It looks good.
It's got horror in the title. Not in the title. I mean in the tags. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Oh, I don't like that thing. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! I don't like that. That's something I hate in some games. The whole chasing aspect. It's just so stressful.
Yeah, it can be.
The environments look very nice. And that's it. So if you're into those puzzle type games like Pikmin, this is something very similar. Obviously, instead of a 3D, you're getting a 2D overhead view, but I mean, you still get that 3D sense. You know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, those little things are creepy as hell, though. And why are you one of them? Like, wait, what? Like, why are you smart, but they're not? I don't...
Makes no sense.
Which is the thing once Steam allows me. There is a demo for this as well.
Yeah, and the dev is live playing it.
A lot of these games that have shown so far, a lot of the devs have been live playing it.
And there's been a demo ready. This has been like... Is there a new norm on Steam?
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Cool.
Well, I mean, the more you're out there putting out your stuff, the more likely that people are going to see it, right? So... Oh, God. Now, a game that I'm pretty sure this dev is all like, I'm going to go bug OWG. It's called Luna's Fishing Garden. That's all you need to know. And yeah, they're live broadcasting it with developer play. Comes out March...
And there's a demo.
March 2nd, 2021. Luna's Fishing Garden is a cozy fishing and building game. Catch fish, trade it in, and create the garden of your dreams by planting new trees, placing water objects, and bringing animals to the archipelago. Casual 2D platformer, collectathon, sandbox. This is right up my alley. Let's watch the trailer.
Watching.
Hit and wish. Add to wish.
Already added.
Wouldn't let me. Hold on. Oh, now it does. As soon as I hit refresh, you poop.
Steam's having a lot of trouble. I should really put
Good,
this
I'm gonna
over
stop
here.
and just keep watching. Ha! Fooled you now, Steam. Oh my god.
Nano trees.
Don't even care about the garden growing part. I care more about the fishing. Okay, you can just find random people along the way.
I saw no fishing.
Oh, she got a bass. What are you talking about?
Oh, wow. And that's Stardew fishing.
Yeah, a lot like it.
I like it.
Yeah. You know I'm gonna end up wanting to play this.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Moving onward. Our next game is called Dungeon Limbus. Explore the dungeon by growth of villages and weapons through repeated deaths. This game is a game that combines turn-based roguelike and deck building. Very interesting.
Yoink.
February 2021, so it should be out soon. Mystery Dungeon, pixel graphics, roguelike 2D. Mystery Dungeon as a tag? That's a little strange. Anyways, let us watch the trailer. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, there's so many. Oh, there's too many.
Mystery dungeon. Literal mystery dungeon. Like Poker Man's. This is like RPG Light.
Mm-hmm. I like it. And to
Wishlisted. This is when you want to play Final Fantasy VII, but you don't have all those hours.
Steam allows me to wish list. Yeah, it seems like it's just taking a second. You hit wish list, and a few seconds later it'll finally go through.
Yeah, Steam, I don't think they're ready for their new formula here. It's very expensive. Very bandwidth expensive in particular.
Hmm.
There's nothing about this that I hate.
No.
Oh, and the music is a little Final Fantasy-like.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally what I want from this kind of game.
Yeah, it looks fun.
So much game, so little Tim.
Good old little team. Alright, we have
Poor Game Hunter.
one last game to look at on Best of Steam this week. It is called Lunark. Lunark is a 2D cinematic platformer in the vein of 80s and 90s classics. Run, jump, hang, climb, roll, and shoot your way through mysterious alien ruins, a flying penitentiary, a high-tech megalopolis, and a majestic forest. Coming out in 2021, of course, there is a demo. Indie action adventure pixel graphics 2D. Let's watch the trailer, Steve.
I already wishlisted.
Oh yeah, no, it's going on my wish list. Yeah. Oh, it looks so good. Just that spaceship landing was good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the animations are very nice. This is very much like Prince of Persia and what's that SNES one? The jump anime, yeah. See, very Prince of Persia like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and Blackstone or Blackstone is it? And what's that other game for the SNES? Like Makuruba. Can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but yeah, this looks so good. I have a boner.
Canary Games. Hey guys, I'll say the name of your company in your ads. LOL.
Lollipop.
That I want
Was it Far Out?
It's like every game in the Best of Steam 2 weeks in a row has been wishlisted.
It's what I do. It's what I do. Alright, we're done with the Best of Steam this week. We're going to move on to our news from IndieRetroNews.com. Source for all your delicious retro news. And by retro news, I mean like you got Amiga, you got Nintendo, you got Sega, you got friggin' Commodore 64, you got ZX Spectrum, you have DOS game. They have everything. Gotta love Indie Retro News. This week we're starting out with Duckstroma, a charming platformer by Ultra Narwhal. Oh god, Ultra Narwhal always puts out good stuff too. And gets a new work in progress Amiga tease. Ooh, let's go watch that. Let's turn it down.
We're always getting teased on the podcast.
It's no sound and video. Oh, okay, well that makes it easier. ZX Spectrum version was originally created using arcade game design. However, from what we know so far, the Amiga version will be created using the Scorpion engine. In terms of the gameplay, as noted by the description, meet Aura. She's a delivery duck and is about to have a life-changing day on the job. The client has requested 8 discs be delivered to them. This won't be an easy task. Using Aura's skills, navigate the hostile environment by bouncing on weak foes, even lay an egg to reach higher spots. Okay.
You just said lay an egg to reach higher spots.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, there you go. Oh, they just laid an egg. I guess you can jump on top of them. Oh no, they just blast you upward. Okay. This
reminds me.
Sorry?
Master Blaster.
Blaster
Master?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry.
This wasn't. This was released originally on the ZX Spectrum and MSX, and can still be downloaded through the itch.io website. So, they're coming out now with an Amiga version, which actually looked pretty damn good from the little bit that we got to see there. It's very Nintendo MSX-like too, which is quite nice.
I would play that.
A lot of these games, I would, again, I wish this is the 80s and I was a kid and I had all this stuff at my fingertips all the time. I'd have so much to play. It'd be so good. And then you have to be stupid adult and do responsible shit. Anyways, next game.
What's responsible?
What's responsible? Our next game, Turbo Sprint, an arcade quality port of Super Sprint, gets a limited beta. Way back in '86, I used to be down at the arcades playing the brilliant game Super Sprint by Atari Games, a game which had multiple system ports and featured 4-player racing, which pushed you to frustration as you tried to come first place against the AI in every race. It featured multiple track types and cool sounds, which made it a whole ton of fun and addictive as hell. It is that game which is being mentioned again, as today McGeezer has released a time-limited beta of Turbo Sprint, an arcade-like version of Super Sprint built from the ground up. As we said before, although a version of Super Sprint was released on the Amiga as an Atari ST port, thanks to the hard work of Maynaf, this version is likely to take it to the next level. Although the video looks a little glitchy, won't be this way on the Amiga, obviously. Turbo Sprint by McGeezer will feature improved sound, CD32 support, code optimizations, and much more. That the creator hopes to be the best home computer version of Super Sprint so far. Please note that this is a beta version with a lot of issues that still need to be addressed, but if you want to try it out requiring an Amiga A1200, A4000, CD32, you can do so via the link provided below. So it says here, issues. Occasionally the game will completely crash due to the tornado sprite. Cars will not adhere to boundaries when spinning. Chopper colors are sometimes go gray. Cars not respond at the correct Y line. The controller setup code is not completed. If you exit the game from the menu, Workbench is likely to crash. In order to run on a stock Amiga, you may need to disable external drives to get as much chip memory as possible. And only levels 1 through 8 are active. Still, it looks pretty good. I can see what they mean there by the jumpiness and stuff. hey, it's a work in progress. I mean, you can't expect it to be perfect. And then we're not going to watch 16 minutes of this either, by the way.
Of course not. That's a little jumpy.
But otherwise, it does actually look really good.
I'd like to see this game come to completion. Good old retro getting re-released.
It reminds me of Super Off-Road a lot, too.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Reminds me a bit of Pro-Am for some reason on the NES.
As well. Next up, we have Metal Gear Classic is coming to the Amiga 500. Actually, the MSX Classic Metal Gear is coming to the Amiga 500. That's right. Metal Gear was originally released on the MSX. Take that.
I had no idea. I know there's a Nintendo port because you could tell it wasn't made for Nintendo to begin with.
And yeah, sometimes some of the stuff for MSX kind of looks better than Nintendo, in my opinion. But who am I? Apparently, Hoffman is working on bringing the MSX Classic of Metal Gear to the Amiga 500. It's hard to believe, but not only has the game been in dev since November 2020, but the developer said he has been tirelessly working on it, and the gameplay code is 90% complete since November 2020. That's pretty damn good. It looks way better than the Nintendo version. Furthermore, the upcoming port has been converted to run at a full frame rate. Original MSX version would mostly run at 25 out of 30 frames, but worse during busy scenes. An option will be implemented to play with the original European translation and updated translation, which is closer to the Japanese original. And finally, it will include the original soundtrack and sound effects, as well as a fully enhanced sound option.
Ooh. Hardcore, man.
See, like, looking at this makes me want an MSX. This makes me want an Amiga 500.
Yeah, every time these get brought up in the cast, I like to, turn and face a blank wall and imagine what it would have been like for me to have one of these systems ever.
Right, like, how many games do you think are out on the MSX that we've never played that are actually fantastic? Like, there you go. Anyone want to do something fun and retro? Get yourself an MSX emulator, get the ROM list, and just start playing. I can guarantee you'd probably get a lot of people watching because there's probably not a lot of people playing MSX. So to be able to see all those games regularly, especially ones that are great, and even make it a series. I mean, that would actually be a fun series to watch. Like, alright, when you go down to Twitch panels, there's a panel saying, best games that we played on MSX so far, and just keep adding to that list as you find them. Yes, it's going to be subjective to what you like, but I mean, at least people will have an idea, of what kind of things you like, and, if it's anything similar to what they like, then hey, it's very similar, then, I'll probably enjoy the games too, so, Oh god, okay, so I don't want to watch this forever, Jesus. We're going to move on to our next article here, which is a small 3-level Amiga demo for an upcoming Amiga platformer. I don't think they actually have a name for it yet, but apparently it is on the Scorpion engine.
Nameless game, go!
So, as most of you are aware, there are different ways to create Amiga games, either through Amos, Blitz, Basic, Red Pill, or through the rather lackluster Backbone. But one such engine is making its presence known, and that's Iraq's in-development Scorpion engine. A nifty piece of software that allows users to create great games running at smooth frame rates, even on lower-end Amigas. That's interesting. And it is this particular engine which is going to be used for Nobody's upcoming arcade platformer. That makes it sound like no one's going to use it. And an as-of-yet unnamed platformer as a port of a nice ZX Spectrum, which puts you in control of a wizard who must collect diamonds, avoid enemies, and break balls with your magic. For those of you who want to try out this early development, there's a small 3-level demo release just recently requiring a minimum A500, 512K, plus 512K. It
I'm
looks
not
to
sure
move
what that
fast.
means.
I think it's the amount of RAM you need or something, maybe.
Okay. That sounds about right, but it's...
For memory. Well, which would be RAM. You know what I'm saying.
Mhm. Well, when it says it requires a minimum, and then it gives 3 numbers after, 2 of them are different than the other one.
Okay, it's like a gem collecting game. So each screen is a new screen that you start on, and you can just collect the gems, and you gotta collect them all without getting harmed by the jelly thing. Oh, you can hit the jelly things with your magic to make them... Oh god, you almost got killed.
Almost. This reminds me of a really old PC game.
Oh shit.
You know, I don't think there's a bigger story in this one for some reason. Or if there's gonna be...
If there is, it's going to be like
out
a
of
lot
place.
of basic arcade games where it's just like, you
Yeah.
know, a small paragraph and that's the story. It's mostly about just arcade gameplay, which is fine.
Yeah, and I'm not against that. It's just... It's not what I would expect. You say arcade gameplay. Like I said, I would compare this to some early DOS games.
Well, when I say arcade, I mean classic arcade like Donkey Kong and Mario Bros, where like the shit's coming out of the pipes and stuff. You know,
That's fair, yeah.
Those kind of
Oh
arcade
god,
games.
that Mario. Yeah.
Alright. We only have 2 more articles left. Our next one's called Ninja Poison, Tokusoft's brand new ZX Spectrum platform. Let's see. Let's start up the demo we got here. Alright, so, Tokusoft's brand new ZX Spectrum platformer, Ninja Poison, available for both 48K and 128K spectrums, puts you in the boots of, looks like it's supposed to be Ryukin, on a quest to kill the evil lord Oni Antrax, who has poisoned you. You must find the evil lord, kill him once and for all, so that happiness can return to Sindara. Haven't had the chance to play the game. Ninja Poison is a game that features multiple levels with different themed areas such as woodlands and an underground dungeon. You must traverse these levels, avoid the enemies, and find a cure to the poison before it takes your life, so good luck. And let's get to the actual gameplay. What was that?
I said not the poison.
Never want to be poisoned. Never. Well, it runs nice and smooth. That's good to see for ZX Spectrum. And it's actually a very interesting platformer game. I like that about the Spectrum sometimes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, no. You dog there, boy. Music's not too bad either. If this is actually in-game music.
I don't get any music, but I'm not going to complain because I don't know what kind of technical details that might entail. I feel like you'd need some decent music for a game like this because that screen, yeah, those 2 screens look like exactly the same screen.
Well, what I'm wondering is that if a lot of ZX Spectrum games didn't bother with music, because maybe this console couldn't handle it as much.
Probably devoted everything to the colors and the frame rate if I had to guess. That's a possibility.
Ooh, poison has finished you. So after you get hit so many times, the poison keeps getting worse and worse. Huh. Alright.
The poison has finished you. Yikes.
Right. Alright. Our last article from Indie Retro News this week is an arcade conversion. What if of Street Fighter 2 on the Amiga 1200 and a new graphics engine. Alright, we're going to turn this down first.
Street Fighter 2 was released in the arcades.
Oh, let's mute this because this is a guy talking apparently. Okay, they're exploring at how an arcade port of Street Fighter 2 could have been made for the Commodore Amiga 1200. According to Dennis Ramberg, he is currently working on a graphics engine demo together with Neoman from Titan Art Collective, showcasing what an Amiga 1200 arcade version of Street Fighter 2 could have looked like if the hardware was utilized effectively. He goes on to say that Neoman himself will create a fully working graphics engine and release it to the public so others who are willing can create their own fighting games fully utilizing the Amiga 1200 hardware. It's kind of interesting, actually. So this looks like it's almost like a documentary kind of thing that they're going on with here. It's like a half-hour long.
I almost want to see the gameplay more rather than like.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think they actually have gameplay. At least I don't think so. I mean, maybe. I mean, this.
It's a what gameplay. If.
Because I know that some of those Amiga computers actually worked fast if things were loaded properly on them and stuff. So I mean, it's obviously quite possible. We've seen Amiga games before that looked as good as, you know, a lot of console games from the same era. So, and sometimes better. So there you go.
And that's why I'm curious as to why we're getting the what if instead of here it is. It is actually better when someone actually sits down to do it, because I guarantee it. Guarantee it's possible.
Oh God, yes. Alright, so I don't have much in regards to other news this week. I only have one article here from Destructoid. Lego Sonic the Hedgehog set is greenlit thanks to fan submission. That's right, we're getting a Sonic the Hedgehog Lego kit. So here we go. There it is right there. Sonic the Hedgehog is set to be the next video game superstar to receive his own Lego set. A cool diorama featuring Sonic, Dr. Robotnik, and other series icons have been approved by both LEGO and Sega and is set to go into production this year, just in time for the Blue Blur's 30th anniversary. The new kit, inspired by the Sonic Mania interpretation of Green Hill Zone, was submitted to the LEGO Ideas Initiative by British Sonic the Hedgehog fan Viv Grinnell. The neat-looking setup received requisite 10,000 votes by the LEGO community to be taken into official consideration, and as such, Grinnell's design will now become a fully realized release. Wow. I've been invested in the world of Sonic for almost my entire life, and it's such a perfect fit for the LEGO system that I spent about a year rallying support for it to happen, said an understandably excited Grinnell in a press statement. Having 10,000 people back my design was overwhelming enough, even with friends and family behind me, but having it be selected for further development was the most exciting secret I've ever had to keep. As you can see from the above image, the Green Hill set features Sonic himself as well as a 1-up monitor, a Beetle Badnik, an iconic loop-to-loop heavy gunner, heavy magician, a Chaos Emerald, and other recognizable elements from the Sonic Mania. Arch Nemesis Dr. Robotnik appears in his Death Egg robot boss form. A release date and price is yet to be announced, but we're sure to let you know when information is coming. Wow.
I have one thought on this set. Compared to the ones that we've previously covered on the cast, this looks like a micro set.
Yep.
And these things are a lot easier to get pushed through than the mega sets, which is an unfortunate truth, but at the same time, it looks like some of the scale is correct, and that's really exciting to see for video game memorabilia. Let's see more of that.
Yeah, is it just me, or does Sonic look a bit derpy, though?
He does. That was one thing I was concerned about. And also the ramps aren't what I would call straight.
Yeah. No. That's
a little frustrating there.
Yeah.
I think that could have been handled better. You can make Lego pieces that would go even there. I guarantee it's possible.
Oh, God, yes.
If you can make those claws for the egg death form there, you pretty much do anything.
Oh, hey, DMP. I was reading away and didn't even notice you there. You might enjoy. We're coming up on Kickstarters, followed by the Indie Dev Help, which is basically all the games that I've been offered just today alone. So just to give people a perspective of how many games come into my email on a regular basis. So
That'd be exciting.
This kit seems like more of I'm gonna build this and put it on a shelf and never play with it. Whereas like the Metroid one and especially the Zelda one looked like it was like, okay, once I get it set up, I want to like take my little Zelda or Link figure and go through like the castle and stuff and talk to people. And then they like had it set up so that what was it? You could do the adventures and stuff. Remember?
Yeah.
We were talking about
this
that.
Is all I get to do with a regular Star Wars kit.
I have a pirate ship. I just got to put it back together again. Alright, so now we are going to be moving into our Kickstarters for this week, which I have 2, 4, 6 Kickstarters this week. That's a lot.
Dang.
Of course, we get this lovely thing where Kickstarters are like, no, you've had it open for too long. Our first one's called Coral Island, reimagining the farm sim. And, of course, inspired by classics, grow crops, nurture animals, befriend islanders. They were looking for $89,000. They are currently at $137,000. So, they just jumped up to $147,000. Wow, they just jumped up 10,000.
People love backing games on Kickstarter, and we just saw some of that live.
And, this game was funded in less than 36 hours, and the developers from Indonesia. And they still have 26 days to go with over 2,700 backers. So let's have a look and see what this game's all about.
What's going on here? This game got way more money than you'd expect way quicker. If it's reimagining the farm sim.
Ooh. Okay. Alright. Well, it looks clean as hell. So far, the house and even the way that the farm here is situated looks very much like Stardew.
Wow.
Oh, windmills are nice. Okay. Oh, raccoons, or maybe that. No, that was raccoon. Underwater. Okay. So you got to go and do coral and stuff too. That is very awesome. This is great. Oh, you're gonna help a mermaid? Uh-oh. And you can still get married and stuff too. And that's nice. It looks like you're actually going on a date. Wow, what a jerk. Oh, you remind me. I have to go drop off trash at a dumpster? What a jerk.
Yeah, this looks like everything that Stardew is. Plus some of its own unique mechanics.
Yeah, and I love it. This looks good, dude. I want to play this. I want us to do this too. Please, please, for the love of God, make this multiplayer. Don't make us wait. No offense, Concerned Ape, but you know exactly what I mean. You know how much people loved when you finally made this, like, multiplayer. Yeah, that house looks almost exactly like a Stardew home. As does the inside. That's...
Oh, and the fishing's almost the same, but the customization is... Wow. Yeah. I bet there's way more customization.
This is nice.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and it looks like you have a fairy fountain. What is this, Legend of Zelda?
Oh, that's the community bundles thing. Oh,
okay, that's kind of nice.
Wishlist now on Steam.
Well,
yes, master. This video game now owns my life. I'm sorry.
Now, here's the part that I get scared of. Let's see what they have for tiers here. $20 or more gets you the game. $30 gets you part of the Alpha Pack, which is Farmer Outfit Set, Pre-Alpha Access Key, access to exclusive Alpha Farmer Discord, and the digital soundtrack. $45 gets your name in the credits, and a digital art book. $60 is a double pack. Oh, so 2 of everything. 85 is deluxe farm kit, so 2 of everything plus a Kickstarter exclusive mythical pet. Ooh. So they have pets in the game. That's the more interesting part. Pioneers Pack includes premium clothing set, Coral Crown in-game cosmetic, and Executive Pioneer Discord title. $300 for founders. Oh, okay, they're starting to get into too much garbage. Customized in-game statue with your name and message.
Jeez.
$1,000 pet designer pack. Okay, so you get to design an adoptable in-game pet. $3,500 character design. All gone. $16 early bird. 300 backers immediately. Wow.
I'm stunned.
So they don't have as many tiers as I thought they would. I mean, some of them are still a little bit unnecessary, but it's still not as much as I've seen in some.
After the double-double, they started getting a little silly.
Yeah.
But not as bad, like you said, as some get. So I can appreciate that they reined themselves in as much as they could. But this game didn't need like bonus tiers. I think people would have given this much money for this style of game to be in 3D to begin with.
Wow. 16 people for romance. That's a lot. And 16 people who are also town people outside of that. So that's quite a few.
Yeah.
Oh, they show all the crops that you can do here. Oh, and many more. Never mind. That's just some of the crops, apparently. Fruit trees and plants. Avocado, dragon fruit, and bananas. Oh, that's... my bad. Those are fruit plants. Fruit trees, including mango, durian, and apple. Well, I mean, we are, I guess, in a more Caribbean, an island kind of feel. So it's nice that they're doing that as well, using more tropical... fruits and vegetables and stuff. And our coop dwellers include peafowl, chicken, quail, and duck. Barn dwellers includes goat, llama, pig, cows, luwaks, which is what I thought were raccoons, and sheep.
That luwak seems to be some kind of pet?
I guess so. It looks to be some sort of weasel to me, but...
That's fair.
So apparently, part of this is you go underwater and you clean up garbage and stuff from the coral reef. And of course, you can still get married or have romantic stuff. There's abandoned caverns. You can learn how to fight. Wow. So yeah, they Fisher's Pair. Don't even get me started on fish. And of course, they're going to show me some. And there's skill trees. Yeah, dude.
You'd need them. Yeah. Oh, look at those beautiful fish.
Improve your town. There are festivals, 2 each season. Pets, dog, cat, monkey, fox, and more. Weather and time, cooking, quests. 7 different areas in the game.
Can I just go back to the improvable town? That beats out Stardew's 1, maybe 2 town improvements.
Spare some extra gold to add a community garden for the locals or build a brand new museum. Or more. And more. So, yeah, no, that's nice.
Wow. That's really interesting.
Starlit Town. There's a beach, a lake, forest, a lookout, the woodlands, and a hillside. Oh, and there's 3 goddesses you can talk to. And there's a merfolk kingdom. Pufferfish Drilling Co. Oh, which is probably the Joja of the game. Because you're trying to save coral reefs, the drilling core is probably out there messing it all up.
That makes sense.
And then, of course, the soundtrack. And then there's all the rewards that they have there. Damn. Alright, so, yeah, obviously they have a lot of different options there. And we do have more Kickstarters to go. So if this interests you, by all means, go back it. It looks like this is the sort of game me and Six enjoy, so, yeah, we'd love to play this. This would be great.
If it came out right now, I would go play it right now.
I bet you would. Name of the game is called Coral Island, I believe. Yep, Coral Island. Alright, we're going to move on to our next Kickstarter, which is a new cartridge-based game. That's right.
What?
New cartridge game, The Shapeshifter, coming 2021 for Game Boy. It's a Game Boy compatible game. And they have a stretch goal for an NES version. They have 41 days to go, 517 backers. Only look for 9,000, and they're already up over 50,000.
Jesus.
Yep.
Hey, they just got 500 more.
Yeah, out of 3 people. Oh.
Green Boy game. Why is everything so green? Is that a card that was talking to me?
Oh, you're a shapeshifter? Oh, this is cool. Wow. So these cards let you... Oh my god. Okay, this is very interesting. I love this.
Well, we can't go wish this on Steam. DMP, if you do something like a 3D Stardew for your next game, I will fanboy like you can't imagine.
Yeah, no. And you know what the best thing is? If you did decide to do something like that, you could easily pick the brains of people who play it, like myself in 6.
Unless you meant this, in which case...
That's not a bad thing either, because this game looks also very nice.
Well, yeah. Oh, first person
RPG. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's still not bad.
No. Alright, well, that looked quite good. Let's see the reward tiers. €10, 16 Canadian, get you a digital ROM version.
Oh, good.
€35, 54 Canadian, get you a complete in-box version of the game. Cartridge, plastic case, cardboard box, inlay, and instruction booklet. That'd be awesome. I want one so bad now. Oh god. Shapeshifter Limited Edition includes the oh wait no. What's in the Limited Edition? Limited Edition box, unique numbered edition, and signature. Oh, nice. I feel like I might have talked about this group before, because I can see all their other games down here, which I believe is part of one of their tiers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Mega Green Boy Pack, all games, 362 Canadian or 235 euros. So you get the ROM of the game, you get Shapeshifter complete in box. You also get Where's My Body complete in box, Micro Doctor complete in box, Lunar Journey complete in box, Submarine 9 complete in box, and Leo Legend complete in box. This has 6 complete in box Game Boy games. New Game Boy games.
Damn.
Wait, Mega Green Boy Pack and a console replica? Excuse me? Game Boy Color console replica. What?
That's harsh.
That is... No, that's interesting that they'd even offer that. I'm surprised. $416. So, how much is their Game Boy over just the games? Jesus. Okay, so that's what, 38 and 48, 54? $54 for the Game Boy Color replica. That's cool with me.
Yeah.
You get an in-game special mention for €600 or $924 Canadian. And of course the Shapeshifter Limited Edition. Wait, what? Is this like an early bird? I thought we already had that. Box. Limited Edition 101 of 200. Oh, okay. Oh, they had 2 tiers of it. Okay, they had a tier of 0 to 100 and 101 to 200. Okay, that makes more sense. So yeah, they don't have too many tiers, which is nice. The box art looks fantastic. Become the animal you touch.
That's creepy, but this looks like fun, and I love their reproduction efforts.
Mm-hmm. He said he'll only make 100 units, and he's like, update, due to multitude of requests from users who are interested in the reward still being part of the Kickstarter campaign, a new series from 101 to 200 is activated. Wow. I think the game looks nice too so far.
I would play a digital copy of this. I don't even care that I wouldn't get to play it on console.
Oh yeah, no. But even so. 7 chapters.
It looks like a lot of transformations too.
Jesus, they have stretch goals. Number collector's coin with the Shapeshifter motive for physical shipments. So if they make it to 40,000 euros, they'll use the extra euros to port to the NES.
Wow.
And if they make it to 60,000, they'll actually put in 2 new chapters.
How much do they have right now?
50,000 Canadian.
I was gonna say, can you link me? Or
well, you can just do the conversion of euros to CAD and put in 50,000 for CAD, and you should get how much euros that is.
They are 7,400 away from the NES port, and 17,400 from the 50,000 Canadian dollars equals 32,600 euros.
Okay. That's what I figured, yeah. Okay. So they're actually getting close to the NES 8-bit. I don't think they'll include those 2 extra chapters unless they just decide to do it.
When does this thing end?
Let's see. 41 days. Yeah, they've got it. It's just about to say they've got it.
Yeah, 41 days. They're going to get what they need to get that 60K, which is ridiculous. This is going to be a fully funded game, and probably then some by the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Please note that achieving the stretch goal for the NES does not mean that you can select this reward. The development of this version will take place during 2021 and require all necessary creation and adaptation process. Once the portability is complete, it will offer to backers new users through a new Kickstarter campaign. Want to avoid confusion so backers don't get it wrong. Good for you.
Makes sense.
Okay, so it even has limitations of it and stuff there. Damn. Only 4 colors. I can only use 4 colors to draw all the scenarios. Only 3 colors and characters. All the images are built by assembling loads of tiles. In this game, 8x8 pixel squares. This technique is designed to reduce the amount of video RAM needed to display images. Huh.
Mm-hmm. I think that has something to do with the number of colors they use, and hence why we get a green.
And look how good this is. If you backed the previous Kickstarter campaign, Where's My Body, and received a defective box or manual, do not hesitate to contact me and I'll send you one at no cost. Deliveries take longer than usual, and in some cases have been able to affect the good condition of the package. Yeah, because they're probably getting a bunch of shit tossed on top of them. Anyways, we're going to move on to our third Kickstarter here, which is called Kingdom Gun. I'm just waiting for it to load up. Here we go. Alright, 2D roguelike shooter with over 150 guns, pets, items, and collectibles. They're looking for $19,000. They're at $27,923. They have 162 backers, funded under 2 hours.
What?
Yeah. So, let okay, fine. Let's refresh. I'm gonna refresh all of these right now just because I have chance. We'll go back to our first one here. See if we can't watch the actual trailer now.
Yeah, I want to know about this one.
Someday. Please? Please, sir, please.
Sir, please.
Kickstarter must have a lot of shit going on all the time because it's like this every single time I do a podcast. I don't understand why.
COVID-19?
There we go. Oh, stuff is still taking hours to load. Here we go. Kinda. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, okay. Ooh.
Risk of Rain /
There's a game on the Genesis, Gunstar Heroes maybe, that this looks a lot like.
What's the name of that game that Eliza Barr plays? Where's it?
Oh, the something Gungeon?
No, I don't remember the name of it, but it reminds me of a game that I've seen. Another game that I've seen, I should say.
And a goal is a speedrun mode. Looks at Steve.
Not me. Oh, God.
Alright, so there was a very quick trailer there. The main goal is 15,000. Community choice playable character at 20,000. Speedrun mode at 30,000. Unlockable player skins at 35, and they don't have anything else listed or yet. Doesn't look like they have too many rewards there. $20 gets you a base edition. 30 gets you a heroic edition, which closed beta access your name as in the credits as a founder. The OST, digital OST art book, copy of the game. Discord roll. What the hell was that? That's strange. Bundle pack early bird gets you 2 copies of Kingdom Gun and email updates. Only 3 left of 30. Jesus. A bundle pack would normally cost you $38. It's $4 off. This is not a huge save, but why not? Collector's edition includes bonus in-game legendary player skin, bonus in-game legendary weapon, bonus in-game legendary pet, a special place for your name in-game at the captain's log. Your name in the credits as High King. Hey! I like that title. I could be a High King. Wink. My crown will be made out of marijuana leaves. Don't go fucking smacking your head like that, Steve. I'm worried about your intelligence.
My crown will be made of marijuana leaves. Yeah. I'm worried about your intelligence.
That's a good High King, sir. He's all like, if I ever run out, I'll just smoke my crown. I can build another one later. It's perfect.
I can build another one later. People don't need my crown to respect my sovereignty.
Alright. So, there is a $100 tier for a Collector's Edition bundle, which allows you and a friend to receive all rewards from the Collector's Edition. $250 or more will allow you to design your own gun, pet, or item. $450 or more will do the same thing, but you get to pick 2. $850 will get you in-game as an NPC. $1,000 will allow you to design an enemy. $2,500 will allow you to design a playable character. $10 $10,000 for the Jaker. Design your own level, including all enemy secrets and level boss from start to finish. All the rewards from the previous tiers. Jesus.
Wow.
And early bird edition was $15. All gone. 60 backers. So shit, people want to play the crap out of this, apparently.
Mm-hmm. The imaginary money bag you have, Jamie. Why would you make jokes like that?
I think we all have imaginary money bags we wish we had. Do I need to bring up stuff like, I don't know, 1-Up Arcade, and how much would be great to have all those? Alright, moving onward. Gonna keep her going. It's looking like a 3-hour podcast already. And our next one's called Brok the InvestiGator. It's a gator. They're looking for 18,000. They're currently at 60,000. They're already well back. 16 hours to go, so they're almost done. 984 backers. I'm waiting for it to jump up. It probably already did when I refreshed it. So let's have a watch the trailer here.
In a polluted world where animals replaced mankind,
Oh, Jesus.
where a dome protects the rich and the poor struggle to survive, lives a detective. My magnifying glass. Out of the ordinary.
So apparently this is the first punch-and-click adventure game, mixing beat-em-up and RPG.
When classic adventure.
Oh my goodness.
None of your business. Get the heck out of here.
Incorporated Steve's two things Steve enjoys doing: point-and-click and beat-em-ups.
Lead your investigation.
Truly sorry.
I want it
Make
now.
decisions and face the consequences.
Oh, look at that. He just punched him and then walked away. Ready to punch him some more. Savagery.
If you want to punch someone and walk away, go play Roger Rabbit for the NES. You can punch ladies right in the face.
Wow.
They'll try to hit you back, so you get what you give.
You mean the circular saw?
Face your destiny.
You're gonna make it. I promise.
Destiny your face.
What kind of detective?
I bet this thing has multiple endings.
Very well.
Brok,
Good.
the investigator.
Winter 2021. Wow. And he just full down to 15 hours. Damn! Alright. Let's see what we have here. 18 euros, 28 Canadian, get you a digital edition. $31 gets you a premium edition, including a digital art book, naming credits, wallpapers, and back roll on Discord. $39 gets you a digital deluxe, which includes digital PC, console key, art book, OST, and other things that were already previously mentioned. Oh, get a physical copy of the game on PC. DVD install case with USB key. They're numbered and signed by the game creator. See, that's something. I like that.
I like that. That is nice. How much?
That one is $54. That's actually not too bad.
Is it gone?
No, they still have 228 left of 300.
That's pretty good. I wish they would do more, though.
Alright. 75 euros or 116 Canadian will get you Physical Plus Plus, the big box. They done a big box version. I like it. Inside the cardboard box, you'll get a physical PC version, the soundtrack on CD, printed art book, a A4 glossy poster, and a Brok t-shirt. That's pretty nice.
I want a t-shirt.
85 people have backed it and only 65 left. Be featured in the game after release. Okay. Oh, you'll be included via an update. $216 will get you that. $462 will Cowcat Fan get 2 units among my previous releases on physical. Oh. So you can pick one of their other games, either Demon's Tier Plus for Vita, Riddled Corpses EX, Xenon Valkyrie Plus, or Demetrius. Excuse me. And you also get two of those as physical copies, by the way.
Crazy.
$1,539 will you get physical copies of all the releases, one of several each version, up to 10 units max. Brok gets a physical console release someday, you also get them. You also get a special title in the credits and the ability to make up a reasonable special request and infinite gratitude. The early backers all gone be featured in the game before the game is released is all gone as well. So 40 people are going to be featured in the game.
That's crazy. This is
as part of the virtual arena audience. Oh wow.
That's really cool.
That's really cool.
I feel like there weren't any crazy backer tiers on this one.
No,
this
a lot of them seemed like they were, you know, like it made sense. It wasn't anything over the top or like, oh, for $25 we'll get you everything plus the soundtrack, and everything $35. It's like, I hate when they do that. It's like, why do you keep increasing things by $10 and you have like 50 fucking tiers? Stop being greedy. Just put out one tier with a bunch of shit in it and we're good. Yeah, no, it looks good too. The animation is very nice, very comic book like. And it does remind me of late 90s PC game style.
Exactly.
Which is quite nice. Alright, we only have 2 more left. Our next one is Irena Genesis Metal Fury, a shoot 'em up for the Sega Genesis Mega Drive. 5 days to go, looking for $53,000. They have $78,000. They're already backed. Let's have a watch. It's exciting to see. I love seeing actual cartridges and console ports, like retro console ports, being released. It's quite nice. Oh shit! Okay, this doesn't look like a bad shooter either.
Take control of the mighty Raiden MG323 and destroy them all.
Tell me what to do.
Save your progress onto backup memory. Devastate your enemies.
Oh, they actually have a save game feature.
Oh wow!
Show no weakness against bosses.
This is where you die.
That looks like a fun subway.
Share your best high scores on the internet.
Huh.
Join Selena to help defeat the Emperor Shungor's army.
Oh, they actually have a story to it as well. That's cool. Like this.
Use one of 3 available weapons to clear your way.
Oh, not a whole lot of weapon choice, though. 1 of 3 weapon choices?
Genesis Metal Fury.
That's a little disappointing. But it does look like it's a solid game, so... Alright. So, for $16, you get the game ROM file with manual and PDF, art book and PDF, OST and MP3/OGG, and a Kickstarter exclusive demo ROM. That's a lot for $16.
Yeah.
I know it's all digital, but still, that's more than what some people give. For $70, Metalcore receive a multi-region PAL NTSC-NTSC-J cartridge of the game compatible with the original Sega Genesis Mega Drive console versions 1, 2, and 3, complete in box with instruction manual. $70 gets you a cartridge game with the original complete in box and so what? Metalcore France. Oh, is this the French version maybe? Only in France. Okay. That makes more sense. Alright. That's better. Same price. It's just that one's French. Alright. For $93, you get Armored Core. It's an instruction manual. And extra goodies. Okay. A poster with A3 format, set of 5 stickers, and an OST CD. For how much? 93. That's not bad.
I like that.
And then, of course, they have the same version, but for France as well. And their metal limited edition, 175 backers already have it. Received Armored Core 2 tiers awards and a Kickstarter special edition, a unique cover, and your name in manual and credits.
In the manual.
You get an art book, a unique numbered cartridge, special reversible cover, and your name in the manual and credits. Yep. Jesus.
Nice.
And there is a demo available already.
On Steam, I assume?
No.
Oh, they're on...
They're literally telling you to use emulators.
Oh, wow.
And you can use it on a flash card. Damn. Like, this looks, so like OG Genesis and stuff, too. Wait, what is this? Stages. Space, Skyland, Sea, Cyber City, Penitentiary, Railway, and Secret Base. Oh, and that was the other thing that I remembered. Memory backup. Alright, we know how frustrating it is to make a new high score and lose it forever after shutting down the console. Many of you have limited free time due to family and professional life that does not allow you to spend several hours to finish a game on Sega Genesis. So we took the initiative to add a save system that allows you to keep all your high scores, progress, and personal statistics. In its physical version, our game will therefore contain a memory backup in order to provide players with modernity and comfort. And you can share your high scores on the internet with people as well.
That's cool.
Yeah, they thought this out very well. Very, very well. And now I'm going to go back and look at the model who is supposed to be like the in-game. Yeah, so this girl here is basically trying to look like Irena. Yeah, she's doing a good job. We have one last game for our Kickstarters this week. It's called Unit Down, a modern arcade-style game. An action strategy arcade-style game following 4 self-proclaimed heroes. They fight for what they think is right. Now, these people are not looking for a lot of money, so this is why I featured them. They are literally looking for $447. They've already got it, obviously, $651. They have 15 days to go, only 15 backers. That's all they needed. So, let's have a watch here. See what kind of game this is. Okay, menu looks basic as hell. But again, this is a cheap game. They're not asking for a lot of money for it or anything.
I didn't expect it to have that kind of depth. Apparently it's our solar system, and you can play as 4 different people. There's a very big Mega Man vibe going on here.
And Tetris.
Yeah, where'd that Tetris come from?
Yeah, it almost looks like if you've ever played, for those listening, if you've ever played Shinobi, and you do the bonus game where a bunch of ninjas are running around, you're flicking stuff at them, it's kind of like that. Or, what is that? First person, third person. I say that because it's like you only have the one view straight forward, but like you're a third person, like Cabal on NES, or what is the name of that? It's for Super Nintendo. You're a cowboy, or you can be any of those cowboys. There's like 3 of them. I can't remember now. But it used to be one of the more popular games, and I think it was made by Capcom, where you're literally a cowboy and you're just shooting your guns all the time. A little bit like Metal Slug in that kind of way, but most times, like on your boss fights, it was actually one of the games I covered back on the YouTube days, where one of the bosses was on a balcony up above you, and he was jumping back and forth to 3 different balconies.
Wasn't that Sunset Riders?
Thank you, Sunset Riders. Jeez, I could not think of that for the life of me. Yes, it's a lot like Sunset Riders.
I knew it for the whole time you were trying to figure it out, and I'm like, is he talking about Sunset Riders? I'm not sure at all. And then you described it, and I was like, he is talking about Sunset Riders, damn it.
Yeah. So that's what the gameplay kind of looked like. Like you were, it almost looked like you were a little Star Fox character, like you are literally a fox. But it looks like, yeah, you're just running back and forth and just shooting other people on the screen kind of thing. So, again, it's interesting. They're not asking for a lot of money, so why not feature it?
Well, they are calling it a modern-styled arcade game.
Mm-hmm. Picture logo to accompany your name. $30 US, $39 Canadian for the game?
Ew. That's a problem.
Oh, an early copy of the game for $52, and 5 people. Now I'm getting a little bit wary of what's going on here. A disc version digital key for $103, 80 US. One backer, and then beta builds, $128, 100 US. Like, you don't have a lot of tiers, but you're asking a lot of money for your game. I don't think your game warrants $40.
You know what it says
$30
here
American.
on Steam, Stefan?
What's that?
It's permadeath.
Wait, what?
Yes, this game features permadeath. So whatever characters you make, or whatever character whatever run on you're on, it isn't gonna last forever. It reminds me of 20XX a lot now. It's just got that 2.5D on rails shooter versus like straight up Mega Man feel. I don't think it's worth that much either. I gotta say I agree. They are a little.
Yeah, that's a little expensive for this game. I don't know.
I wonder if Steam's gonna let them sell it for that much.
Well, Steam probably let them sell for whatever they want, but no one's gonna buy it if it's too high priced. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is, if people get into it so far, find out it's permadeath, or find out that it's, you know, very short, then they're gonna want their money back very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they put permadeath in the tags even, like they're like proud of it, and I'm just like, anyway.
Well, all I can say is good luck, good sir. You did get it fully covered, so that is one thing. All right, and the last thing I'm going to show you guys tonight are some of the games that have recently come across my email today. All right. Keep that in mind. Today. No, the look of the game is not $40. No, not at all. Alright, first game is called Derelict Void. These are all games that are also on Steam right now for eventual release. Derelict Void is a space survival game involving scavenging for resources and base management. You command a ship and crew searching for resources you need to stay alive. Coming out on the 18th of March this year. Roguelite, strategy, resource management, and sci-fi. So, let's have a look. Oh, okay.
Wishlisted.
That's all it took for Steve. He's like, space! Done. Oh, okay. Survive in space. Good luck.
What?
Most hostile environment ever. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, look, you can build stuff. Salvage ships and buildings.
Oh, I want this. I want it so bad. But I want to interject. Even magical worlds happen in space. Just saying.
Oh, this is a space build. Yeah, Steve is all about this shit. He's gonna love this so much. Yeah, I'm adding this to my wish list. I'd definitely play this. The crew was unable to continue. Oh, damn.
Oof.
Join the rest of them
Don't.
in the void.
Oh.
Oh, black hole.
that's a bummer way to go.
Yeah, so this is made by Sterling Games. Let's see, their system requirements: 4 gigs of RAM, 500 megs on storage. Recommended 8 gigs of RAM, 2 gigs of storage. That's it. That's actually not a lot in regards to like what you need in order to run the game. So that's not bad.
Yeah, that sounds really small.
Mm-hmm. Alright, our next one we have is called Dragonkin. Every level is like an old school RPG puzzle. Even the enemies are puzzles, or how to avoid or destroy them. Control each character separately, or use their unique skills to get past obstacles. You must figure out how to gather the party at the exit portal to advance. This is a CRPG dungeon crawler exploration PvE 2D game. So let's watch that first trailer, see what it's like.
So I have one problem with this right out of the gate.
Yeah.
If you control each character individually, why can't we play with multiple characters? Or multiple players, rather?
True that. Just assign who's going to control each character. Oh,
exactly. Okay.
He died.
yes, he did.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, see, this is why I would think you would want to have multiple people to play this with. It's because if each character has individual unique abilities, well then it'd be way easier if you had someone else.
This is actually interesting. It requires smart gameplay when you think about it.
Legend of Zelda 4 Swords.
Yeah.
Is it Legend of Zelda, that title? But that makes me think a lot of that. That's very interesting. I also like how the dungeon walls are very Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. In the castle, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we on to the second? Yeah, we're on to the second. Jeez. How much footage did they throw up of this?
Hey, it's not a bad thing. At least they're letting people see what their game involves instead of just random shit. Oh, this looks like it's almost like a tutorial stage. Like it's telling you where to put characters and stuff like that, which is nice. So this is Twin Entertainment, are the developers for this and the publishers.
And the release date is TBD.
Each party member offers a unique set of skills. Rose, the tank of the party, by far the most durable, has more health and takes less damage than the others. When using her shield, she becomes nearly invincible. Charging forward, she can stun enemies and move heavy objects. Dante is a melee DPS. He can dispatch most enemies when he can attack from behind. Stealth is his ally. He also specializes in jumping great distance to avoid obstacles and get in the right position for the kill. Nova is a ranged caster. He can dispatch many foes with a fireball at range. He can also dispel magic wards as they descend into the depths of the dungeon. Evelina, no party is complete without a healer. If a party member falls to the dangers of the dungeon, no worries because Evelina can bring them back. She can also change into a fairy to sneak through the tiny cracks in the dungeon.
I thought I saw that in the video.
System requirements: 2 gigs of RAM, DX11 compliant graphics card, 3 gigs of storage. Wow, that's bigger than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
And any sound card's fine apparently as well. So I'd add this to my wish list. It seems like it could be an interesting game to play.
Mm-hmm.
All right, our next one is called Viola, the Heroine's Melody. We were talking about a music game last week, so I figured why not feature this one too. Steam is learning about this game, lol. Viola, the Heroine's Melody is a musical platformer RPG. After failing at violin practice for the 100th time, Viola becomes trapped inside her instrument's fantastical world. Join her adventure to find her way back home, aided by the diverse ensemble of friends she meets along the way. This is already on my wish list, which means I've covered this before. This came out 23rd of July, 2019. It's a rhythm game. Oh. Oh, yeah, I do remember this. Oh, we're watching the trailer now, by the way.
Are we? I didn't know.
Yeah, sorry about that. My bad, Mr. Steve.
I don't remember this game.
It actually doesn't look bad at all. It looks pretty good. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. When you actually land on an enemy, you go into an RPG-type fight.
Oh, cool. A battle beyond measure. I love the music bump.
Yeah, it looks beautiful, too.
It's on sale right now until the 17th for $10.
Damn.
I don't know what it is normally, but it's $10 USD right now. February 4th.
Requires 2 gigs of RAM, 800 megs of storage. That's pretty much it. It can run off internal graphics.
Wow. Well, I expect that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's some Super Mario RPG to those battle sequences.
Yep. And even some Ocarina of Time kind of stuff there, too.
Mm-hmm.
And developed and published by Jel Van Doom, or is it pronounced Yel Van Doom? Van Doom? I don't know.
Maybe.
Next up, we have Kazakh Jack. The People's Republic of Neo-Kazakhstan needs you. Hack and slash your way to freedom as you harvest valuable Kazakh timber in order to earn enough Kazakh credits for a ticket home before the next available plane arrives. So this looks like it's a bit of a silly game.
Yeah.
It comes at the 20th of February, so it's coming out very soon. Action, adventure, hack and slash, satire, and casual by Iowa Interactive. Let's watch nothing. They don't have a trailer. Oh, damn.
This game looks exactly like you think it sounds, or exactly like it sounds, really.
Silly.
This is the kind of game that you just want to play for a bit and have a laugh. And
wait, what?
There you go.
Processor, Intel Core i3 10100 or AMD Ryzen 3 3100. 4 gigs of RAM, 8 gig graphics card is what's recommended, and 3 gigs of storage. What? For this? What?
I don't see it.
Why would I need an 8 gig graphics card for this? I don't understand.
Satire.
Yeah, I hope so. That's all I'm going to say about that. Jesus. We need a trailer, though, dude. It's coming up to the 20th of February. You should have a trailer out already. I'm just saying. It's
probably, yeah. Unless this whole thing was satire.
Which could be. Very well could be. There's a bear behind. Anyways, we're going to our next game. Grow big or go home. Play as Bruce, the world's most talented indoor gardener in this 2D pixel art indoor gardening simulator. Through 15 plus fast-paced levels, you will travel to different locations and eras in order to water, light, and tend to plants with the high-tech magic of a watering can and a reflective mirror. This came out on the 18th of December 2020. They're looking for $10.29 Canadian. Casual pixel graphics, top-down time travel. They actually have 4 trailers up already. This requires a dual-core 2.4 GHz processor, 2 gigs of RAM. Let's see, 750 megs of space, and GeForce 8800 GT. Or an Intel HD Graphics 4400 or above. Or an AMD HD 6850. Oh. Anyways, let's watch that first trailer, Steve.
Uh-huh. I've been watching it a little, alright.
I had to get ahead of you. Fuck you. What?
Wait, well, just wait. It just keeps going.
Oh shit! Grow. Okay, so this. Whoa, wait, what? It's like puzzles. All right, so now I'm kind of interested. Very confused about this game.
Yeah.
Also, developed and published by Quarant Inc.
It's like you said, through 15 plus fast-paced levels. They want you to make sure the plant survives.
Jesus! What?
Yeah.
That's the end of that trailer. Jesus. All right. We're gonna stop it there.
And the best part is like the player character just stops after one clan and he just looks at everything on fire and he says, "This is good."
I saved one, then it gets knocked over by the freaking cat.
Yep.
Oh my god. All right, so this is kind of funny. I'll add that to the wish list. Our next one is called Dragonborne. I'm just like, huh? Then I remember, oh yeah! A retro-styled adventure RPG around 10 hours of gameplay, puzzles, dungeons, multiple enemies, various weapon and armor upgrades, character zapping system, ranking system depending on how you finish the game, various collectibles, mini-quests, multiple endings, and more. This is coming out in a few days on the 12th of February 2021. Developed and published by Spacebot Interactive. It's a JRPG, turn-based tactics exploration RPG. And this requires... memory, 100 megabits of RAM. 50 megabytes of available space. Video card with 3D acceleration. 200 megahertz Pentium. You can play this on an old system, dude.
It says NA for sound card on my end, so
doesn't need one. Basically it's a Game Boy game.
Oh.
So
wow.
Let's get ready to watch that trailer, sir.
Ready, go.
Let's go. Okay.
It is a Game Boy game.
And it actually looks really good. I've already looked at the trailers for all these games. That's why we're looking at them. It's very Pokemon-like, but obviously it's RPG as well, so it's kind of nice. I like it.
Well, it says turn-based tactics. Does that mean old-school Final Fantasy style? Like
that's what it looks like.
Show me some battles,
Daddy.
I need the battles, Daddy. Oh, there's a swimming section. That wasn't expected.
Oh, yeah.
And some rafting.
Demon Boy versus Chris.
Don't fall in the hole.
Oh, damn, that's a big fucking dragon.
Calm my head again.
Uh-oh. Watch out for that evil mage. Oh, shit. Here we go. Oh, this is going on the wish list, yeah.
Already done.
Yeah, right. This is nice. But yeah, so far, all these games, these were all offered to me today. And they're not terrible games. That's the nice thing on top of it, is that a lot of these games that are being offered to me are really good games.
I really like that picture of the dragon up above the world there. That was really nice for those graphics.
I've had the notion, because there's a thing that if I wanted to, I could allow, say, like, as an example, you and Game Hunter to actually be able to log in to stream on my channel. And I've thought about doing that to try and, like, basically, how would you say this? Give you publicity through my channel and my viewership because you're playing these, but then it still counts as being on my channel, which is good for the PR sites that I use, because then they'll read that it's being done on my channel as opposed to other channels, because they won't see that, obviously, right? So I've thought about even inviting you guys to, like, you know, if you're going to do indie games like that I'm giving you, do them on my channel kind of thing, but I just don't know how much work would be entailed with it and stuff. It might be something I'll look at in the future, but it's something to keep in mind.
Definitely.
Because obviously, like I said, I'm getting a lot of these games on a regular basis, a daily basis, so I mean, it's not like I can't spare 2 or 3 games a week. So yeah, that looks fantastic. Looking forward to that. Its planned release date is the 12th of February, so hopefully it'll be out then in about a week's time. Our last game for this section, and our last thing I'll get for this evening, is a game called Ashes. And if DMP is still here, he might be interested in looking at this, because it looks like one of those first-person dungeon crawlers that he very much enjoys. Mr. Blindman's World would also enjoy this as well, I think. Oh, he is still here, goddamn. Alright, game is called Ashes. It's a first-person narrative with melee combat puzzles and light platforming. Mixed between games like Skyrim and a walking simulator? I don't know how I feel about that. Short experience to be enjoyed in one sitting, where you can explore a dungeon and be immersed in the character's story and the adventure. This is out a while ago, so you might have already seen this, actually, DMP. Now, why it was brought to my email, there might have been an update, if I was to guess, because this released 26th of October 2018. So it's like, it's not really a new game. Obviously,
I can't find this game.
What's that?
I can't find this game. Just Ashes?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not here.
I'll put it here in the chat so you can see it. So yeah, this is developed and published by Wind Limit. They're only looking for $4.65 Canadian, so they're not asking you to break the bank in order to play their game. So let's have a watch of the trailer here. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I actually like that cobweb thing that you walk through. I know it's just like a... Jesus, actually, yeah, the lighting in this is really nice too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't hear what dude's saying.
What if I'm trapped here forever?
There it is.
What if this is punishment for
Wish
my
lists.
sins? A perpetual nightmare. If you want violence, I'll give you
Kind of reminds
violence.
me of what was that game called? It wasn't The Room. No. Oh, what was it? I want to say it was Insomnia, but that's not.
Throw everything you have at me.
It was some word
I
for
will
insanity.
see my family
Dang
again.
A lot of skeletons.
There's nothing more precious to me than having you both in my arms. I can feel you.
Those are a little scary, the glowy eyes there. Jeez.
And I must say the trailer is actually fairly well done too. That's nice. Alright, so the recommended settings is Windows 7 or newer, and i5 6260U at 1.8 gigahertz, 4 gigs of RAM, 20 gigs of available space. Whoa.
Well, it's high quality 3D texture.
I guess that's true. Let's see, they are also saying graphics NVIDIA 1000 series, so it's, again, not anything savage. Let's see, they have full audio in English. They have subtitles in English, Portuguese, French, Russian, and simplified Chinese. There are 6 supported languages altogether. Yeah, 9 gigs on the low side. Yeah, that's some craziness there too. But that's it. We are done for this week. I think it was a fairly good week. There was a lot of great games that we included there.
Definitely.
And as we mentioned before, and we'll say it again, Steve will, or Mr. Six, I'm so used to calling you Steve. I keep trying to call you Six. But yeah, Six is going to be playing a game for us shortly after the podcast is over. This week I'm giving him the game called Stone Story RPG. It's actually a ASCII type game, so if there's quote-unquote nudity in it, it should be like I was saying to Steve before, like an end parentheses, like penis or something like that, or, you know, ASCII boobs, that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking we'll be safe. But it does look like it's a fun game. It does look like something Steve would like. He plays a lot of Sanctuary RPG. And this reminds me so much of the same game. I think he's going to have a laugh. And I actually have time. I'm not working tomorrow, so I'll be able to swing by the stream and keep him company as well. So
that'd be a ton of fun.
Indeed. I'm actually looking forward to it. So, other than that, hopefully everybody enjoyed the podcast this week. Like I said, we've got so many good games and products that we went through, so there should be something for everybody, more or less. We're going to go see who is live right now. Oh, 1 billion people. Okay, that's good. Let's see. We should host up. Who haven't we? You know what? I know exactly who I'm going to host up. I'm going to host up Real Deal DiPiero. Actually, Raid. Sorry. He is currently playing Legend of Zelda. So, for those who are unaware, Real Deal, he actually does a lot of work with Jesus. What is that charity? Oh my God! See, now I brain fired about stuff so much.
Extra Life?
I believe so. Usually, it's basically he does a lot of charity gaming for kids and stuff, and kids charities. And I believe it is Extra Life.
Oh, Shriners Hospital?
No, it was definitely Extra Life. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But yeah, he does a lot of work for them. He's raised lots of money. I believe he's over $20,000 now.
Damn.
And that might have just been last year. I'm not sure. Like basically throughout the entire year, he builds up so ever much that he has, and you know they total it up at the end of the year, kind of thing. So he's doing some great stuff over there. He's also part of the retro community. I met him through Toad. For those of you who are unfamiliar, he's a big speedrunner and gamer as well. But yeah, I think you guys will enjoy, and I know everyone here likes Legend of Zelda, so I mean it can't be too bad of a decision. So go over and say hello. We're going to raid them up right now. Again, thank you all for joining me. Steve, always thank you for being my co-host, good sir.
Not a problem.
Always
thank you to the sites that bring us articles, and
Indeed.
to you, the audience.
Yes, thank you all for joining and stopping by. Always appreciated. Let's go raid Real Deal DiPiero. Have yourselves a good evening. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.